What's up, and welcome back to another Kind of Funny Games live reaction. This time to Xbox's Gamescom 2021. What are they calling this? Showcase?
Gamescom 2021 Xbox stream.
That's what they're doing. Of course, I'm Tim Geddes, joined by Andy Cortez.
Hey!
Blessing Adeoye.
What's up, Tim Geddes?
Greg Miller.
Whoa!
Snowbike Mike.
Yo, what up?
And Gary Witta.
Happy to be here.
We got the squad today. We got a little YouTube premiere action, got the 2-minute countdown going, about to hit that 1 minute mark, and here we go.
Wow,
Get some
I
updates
really
on
thought
Xbox games.
I thought it was broke. It was like 5, 4, 3, 2. Is this the Xbox's? Are these Xbox's own graphics, or this is like what YouTube throws up when you do a
YouTube
premiere? Yeah.
Trash.
It's
Well, I need
a
sound. I
new
need
like
sound on this.
it's new art on
They
it.
got a new graphics package, but the same song, which disappoints me.
Yeah. Because
I wish. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the same music that they.
I kind of
do
wish
for
it
all
was
their
the same
premieres.
jingle, but with a different touch to it. Wish it was a different vibe.
Something
to
that's
it.
a little
You just
more hype.
you just know
doesn't
that
make
this is
me
going to go
hype.
live into another countdown.
Yeah.
Someone out there watching right now that doesn't know, it's Wyclef Jean. So, hey, next time someone asks you that, you learned something today.
Yeah.
Imagine not knowing that.
He was like the biggest thing on earth for a while. How would you not know?
Used to be the sweetest girl.
That's a reference that I don't understand, but I appreciate that it's probably very nerdy and about music.
All right, baby.
Let's go.
I'm still
Like
wondering what
8
happened. It's a game for grown-ups right off the
What if they
bat.
started with Perfect Dark?
They're international, baby.
Flight Sim instead.
Just type.
This is plain boring.
Flight Simulator's going 18 rated. I
That's
can't
like
wait to see what's happening here.
Andy, he's waking up.
Kids still got it, everybody. Not that. Okay, just a flyby.
They were showing us where we are, Greg.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know that. I don't know that at all.
Hello, everyone.
I like that,
and
Tim.
welcome to our Gamescom 2021 Xbox stream.
We've got so many great game updates to share with you today. We're talking Age of Empires 4, Psychonauts 2, and my personal
He's so
favorite,
much better than us.
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Later on, we'll take an extended look at Forza Horizon 5. There's so much going into this.
Yeah,
and
we will.
Playground Games' vision of Mexico is muy bonito.
And we'll be getting our first look at the cover car for the game, Paris. I got $5 on it being one of those electric scooters that you see piled up on the sidewalk.
Will Kate win $5? I guess we're about to find out.
Yes, indeed. Our
Scorpino's
Xbox
comedy
Play
act.
Sim will also
They've got the
chat
banter,
with
they've got all the
and deep dive
banter.
into current and upcoming games all week on twitch.tv.
What the hell is Super Edible Royale?
Let's get started. with
Oh,
the
have you never
and
played that? My kid
upcoming
loves it. You
Zombie
gotta
Uh-oh.
get into it.
sequel,
That
Dying
was
My
dope.
question
Mikey's
is,
all
Gary,
about
does,
that
does
game.
your kid play it with the
I know all
Portillo
about
skin?
that, trust me.
It's basically a 2D
Dying Light
PUBG with
still.
cute animals. You would love it.
Hello, I am Timon Smektawa, Dying Light 2 lead game designer, and this is David Lubryka, animation director. Hi. We can't wait until December 7th to finally give you Dying Light 2 Stay Human, the game we have been working on really
Cool
hard
set. Look
for
at the
the
lighting,
last few
fans
years.
and shit.
We're hoping the
Ridley Scott
gameplay
movie.
video you're about to watch will give you a
all green
foretaste
screen.
of parkour and combat systems waiting for you in the game.
And we are just about to enter the city, fighting our way through its brutal and dangerous streets. Though, as you will see in a
Sync.
moment, there are plenty
I
of
never
things
played
you can
Dying
use
Light.
to
Is this
your
something I should be
advantage.
into?
So watch closely, look
It's
for
pretty dope,
special
Gary.
combat
If you like
and
that
parkour
open
moves,
world,
and check out how
go
with
do that
just a
fetch quest
bit of
mission,
creativity,
avoid
you can
zombies, and do
combine
some
the two.
hardcore parkour.
Ready?
It's pretty dope.
Let's go.
Sometimes I wonder what this city looked like before all this. Probably like many others. People had their ambitions, plans, lives. Now it's all gone. The virus started it,
God, this game is
but
a
it was
long
the
time
people
coming.
who made the
Jesus.
world the way it is.
When was the
Yeah.
first Dying Light?
Villador.
2015.
They
Oh,
tell
wow.
me they had a vision. They had hope. But soon, one vision broke into many different ones.
They just lost the Greg audience. Hate this game.
Instead of
Abomination.
fighting together, people stood against each other. War broke out.
Was it a little bird?
We haven't had Troy on the show in too long.
Hope
We should get him on the podcast, Andy.
You're right. I mean, it's not Troy speaking in here, but
Just reminded me of it.
okay. Yeah.
Now the city is falling.
Each
time we strike down an enemy,
Last time we had him was me and Nick interviewed him for KFAF.
But I can't let that happen.
So yeah, almost like a little kind of Mirror's Edge vibe with this.
Not yet.
Yeah, it's like
Hardcore
it's zombie Mirror's Edge.
Zombie Mirror's Edge.
I know
Okay.
the secrets the city holds.
The zombies come out at night, but that's the best time to get loot. So that's like the most dangerous time, Gary.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's co-op too.
The bazaar needs good people.
I like co-op.
Doing great so
The co-op does have me a little bit excited.
Co-op's always a fun multiplier. You know, even if it's just like an okay game, you can make it really fun in co-op.
Yeah. If you can play with your friends, like that was the Outriders thing where I wouldn't have played Outriders by myself. But the fact that I was playing with y'all made it better.
That's way too high, my dude.
Chicken pie.
What's your plan? Oh, okay.
Oh, good plan. Solid plan.
How about
Spider-Man it.
series?
Yeah, I saw this behind closed doors at E3 like legitimately 4 years ago.
I'm sure they went through a lot of different iterations of what the game is.
It looks a lot different. Like, obviously, same vibe and stuff, but when I saw it, they focused a lot more on a choose-your-own-adventure type stuff. Like, if you do this, the world will drastically change.
We'll see
Yeah.
about that.
Well, that
It
was an
looks
exciting trip,
decent.
wasn't it, Timo?
I mean, is anyone else
Did
a
you
little
notice
bit
those bandits in medieval
wiped out on all
armor
the zombie
passing by
apocalypse stuff?
skyscrapers,
This was like
bands,
the 50th
and large
fucking game like
billboards.
this year.
That's what we call a modern
That's been that way the last 10 years, you know?
Very
I mean,
unique
it's
design.
exhausting.
One
There's
very
other
important
ideas.
for the plot of Dying Light 2. But there's another thing that stood out to me. All those parkour moves that you and your team has put so much effort into.
Well, all you need is a few thousand of animations, cooperation with professional tracers, mock-up sessions, and invaluable help from David Bell, whose face and moves player will see in the game, by the way.
No, yes, right. And we've got twice the number of parkour moves compared to the first game, and we are showing some of them in this trailer.
Remember Dead Island
the
2?
vault kicks being the
They
most
announced that.
important to me
No, I
personally.
don't.
It brings
just
a
never
whole
came
new
out.
fighting style into the game.
I do feel
The
like
player
parkour
can
would be a really
stagger
good
an
skill
enemy
to have
and
in a
use
zombie
them
apocalypse.
to perform
Oh my
further
God, yeah.
attacks. For example,
Yeah,
I mean,
getting
I-
about
working
type
on their
situations.
bodies, jumping
That's
of
one of
them
those
onto
things
other
where I
folks,
think
and so
theoretically
on.
you think
I
of that
think
as like,
we
oh
captured
my
the
God, what an
movement really
advantage
well
that would be.
and made
But
it
in
quite simple
practicality,
for the players
you
to
trip
perform.
once,
I
zombies
can't
just
wait for them
fucking
to
on
try
you.
it out and tell for themselves
gone
how
from
much
this
they
point.
love it.
Well, that's the thing. You
It's
can't afford to make
definitely
any
going
mistakes.
to be useful.
It's like
The
Michelle
city
Good walking
is
said, I
gotta
watched
be
Walking
A+.
Dead, and I'm like,
anything we
oh,
have
how
done
cool would a
before,
sword be in the zombie
improving its
apocalypse?
verticality.
But in reality,
Players will need to find
take
a
it
way
easy.
to reach those
That's
tall
parkour in real life now.
skyscrapers
You
and
can't make
other
mistakes or
challenging
else
spots
you're
too.
done.
Then
That's
it's
true, that's
good we
true.
scattered some helpers around, like a paraglider, which can support players in both parkouring and combat.
Exactly, and it's gonna do great, especially in fights against
The more you
humans,
parkour,
which
the more
are
likely you
more
are to sprain
frequent
your ankle.
and important than in Dying Light
if
1.
you do that during a zombie
It's
apocalypse,
wild
that's not a great
20
thing.
years
Blessing.
since the
Crazy how
events
zombie
from the
apocalypse.
first game, so people
I mean, he's not
adjusted.
wrong.
They are much bolder now.
Let's see out here
at
talking
least
probabilities.
during the day.
And they are more
I'm just saying,
vicious
I've gone
too.
through all the different
And I think that's a
probabilities.
great
I've done the
summary
Doctor
of
Strange
this
thing where I've looked
discussion.
in all the different realities.
Pre-order Dying Light 2 and explore its vast, complex world on
Is this going to
December
be a Game
7th.
Pass title?
Thanks,
That's,
David.
Thank you.
that would be very interesting, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Stay human.
This just seems like a advertising partnership.
See, that's kind of a cool double title, right? Because it means like don't get zombified, but also retain your humanity at the same time.
with the release on Xbox
That sounds like a
Series
writer
X
of Telltale's
and
The
S
Walking
last
Dead.
month.
There you go.
Reviewers and gamers alike were blown away by how well the stunning visuals and the depth
I like
of
that
the
jacket.
simulation
He's right. I gotta get one of those
translated to the
jackets. Look at that
console,
with the cool
and that's
colors.
why I'm
There's
extremely
some stuff you can do in that
honored
game,
to
Gary, where
welcome the
you
head of Microsoft
cut off the
Flight
water
Simulator,
supply to an enemy
York Newman, to the
encampment
screen.
and do all
York,
sorts of
thank
shit like
you for
that.
being
you know?
here.
Okay.
A lot of
The last
factions.
time we met was at the Xbox Game Showcase, and it was getting ready to come out on consoles. How did that go?
It went great. As you said, the reaction to the Xbox console launch was really just amazing. Both from Xbox gamers and from the press, they've been so gracious with their feedback. I don't know if you know, but Flight Simulator is one of the highest rated games on Xbox this year, which I think is just great validation that the translation of the simulation to the console has really worked well. Our usage numbers are through the roof. We are absolutely shattering franchise records, and I can tell you there have never been more people playing Flight Simulator than right now. So it's an awesome time.
No,
So,
no,
That's awesome. Congratulations on the launch, really. But
Oh God, here we go.
All right.
I want to go to the danger zone. So what's going on with Top Gun?
There's so much going on, Paris. So you and I talked about
Dramatic
Top Gun
zoom.
Maverick earlier. The fans are super excited. They saw the FA-18. They can't wait to start flying.
He has to make
and
that his
as
thing.
you know, it
Every
comes out
X-Cast.
later this year as free DLC alongside the movie. But as the movie is still under wraps, so are we. So I can still not tell you that much about it. But there's so much else going on even before Maverick.
Forgot the movie still hasn't come out.
We are continuing to do our monthly big
Yeah, everything's
releases that we've
delayed.
been doing for a long time.
Top Gun
And
review
next
coming
month,
soon, right,
on
Tim?
September 7th, we are launching.
That one's going to
World
be a
Update
bummer
6.
to not see in the
And,
theater. I mean, I'll watch
this
it at
World
home,
Update,
but that's one I think would
at
benefit
the
from
beginning
being
of
on
the show,
big
if you
screen.
remember, there was a little red plane
Yeah,
flying into
yeah.
Cologne. Well, we did that because World Update 6 updates that region, the region of Gamescom. So Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And what that means
wonder if
to
they'll
us
put it out
is
on Paramount
we have
Plus.
new aerial and satellite
45
images.
days
we have
after.
a new elevation map that helps us with the mountains, so the Alps
can wait.
actually look awesome now. We have new 3D cities like Frankfurt and Wuppertal in Germany. We have Basel in
Such a
Switzerland.
beautiful game. Look at that.
We have Vienna and Graz in Austria, and those cities look just amazing. They have like 7 centimeters resolution, and it's awesome. But we want to celebrate the entire region, so we
I think
picked
all the time,
100 of
like,
the
because
most scenic
I
places,
remember
the
when
most
Flight
famous
Simulator was
landmarks,
such a basic
and we
looking
call those
game, and we used to
POIs,
run
and we sort of
articles about flight
spread-
sims on PC
spread
Gamer
them
back in the
throughout
day. And it's
throughout
like
the
flight sim
simulation.
fans are like
and we also
like
added
fans of
airports.
flight
We
sims,
did
and in
Lübeck
particular Microsoft Flight
and
Simulator. They're like the
Stuttgart in
hardest of the
Germany,
hardcore
and
fans. They're so
Klagenfurt
into
in
those
Austria,
games,
St. Gallen
and they've
in
struggled through
Switzerland.
crappy graphics and
And,
shitty versions
and
of
what
these
it
kind of
ties it all
games for so many
together
years.
is,
Like
as
to have
missions,
this
we have a
now, they
new,
must be so happy. Like this is
discovery
their dream
flights. We
come
have
true. This
new,
version of the game.
landing challenges,
Especially
and
with
we
where
have
tech
new,
is for sim
sort of
VR
tours of the
stuff, or
country,
even
so
just
they,
like
they fly you
seats
around
with
all
like
the
face shakers
awesome
and
looking
shit.
places and
It's
really
like, damn,
celebrate
man.
the beauty of
That is
this
the most
region
realistic
universe.
thing you can possibly
And
get.
this is a celebration of DACH, of Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. I'm so happy to be able to announce the date here at Gamescom.
You know, that is really incredible, all the different regions and everything that you're going to have in the
Harris
game, and
takes his
the way
sunglasses,
that
puts
you're gonna be able
sunglasses
to
on and
actually
off like
highlight
better
those.
than anyone I've ever seen,
Yeah, I
other
think
than
it's,
David
it's,
Caruso.
it's really cool, but
He's fucking
you
got
know,
it
for
down.
us, it's actually not just the region and the visuals. We talked a lot when you study aviation, when you love aviation like we do, you actually realize that a lot of regions of Earth have a very special relationship with flying, with aviation. Sometimes it's, you know, the first experiments with aircraft, or a famous pilot, or a feat of aviation, or like a local manufacturer. So we thought to ourselves, why do we not use these world updates to celebrate the planes? So we are announcing a new series. We call them Local Legends. And think about that as planes that are locally well known, like in that region, but outside in the world, not so much.
Yeah.
But why not use the World Updates to highlight this, to bring these awesome machines to a worldwide audience? So for World Update 6, we picked a German plane from the 1930s. It's called Junkers U-52. In Germany, it's lovingly named Tante U, so Aunt U. And we think of us as sort of a digital preservation. So we really want to get these planes to an extreme level of detail. We're going out of our way to really go deep. So we're doing a full scan. We take full scans of the outside and the inside, as detailed as 1 millimeter, which is as good as you can really do this. And then we're working
Good for
with,
them,
for the
man.
Junkers, we worked with Bernd Junkers, who is the grandson of the original creator of the plane, Hugo Junkers. And he's helping us. He had a
I
ton of
respect this type
insider
of nerdy shit.
materials. Then we worked with an organization that is preserving one of the last surviving
You're like,
examples of
I
the
don't enjoy it
Junkers.
myself, but I
They
respect
let
the
us
fact.
see
Like, I don't
your
give a fuck
work.
personally,
And then we
but
were
like, I
lucky
love that
to
they're into
find
this much.
a pilot that
fact
actually
that they're
flew one of
making it,
those
I
planes
respect
while it was
that.
still
I
flying.
respect
in the
that.
air.
I was going
And
to the
he
Hans
gets-
Solo
He lets us know,
reference
like,
as well.
is the cockpit
Same-
right and the
same
sounds
thing.
right? Does it feel right in the air?
Like
So we're
this
having
is
a
all
blast
fantastic stuff, but
working
like
with
the
these
interest
experts
curve
to
between
really
people
bring
who are
these-
really
to
into
celebrate
Flight
this
Simulator
plane
and
bring it
everyone
back to
else
life.
is like a cliff.
So this is
It's a
almost
cliff
like you're
edge.
creating like a digital museum.
you're either
for
really into
aviation
this or you
inside
don't care
Microsoft
at
Flight
all.
Simulator.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically that. It's a museum with flyable planes. So we're working with 40 museums around the world. And it's honestly one of the funnest parts of the job. You end up working with these curators of planes. These are their babies. And they sort of see the tooth of time in the real world sort of nagging on their remaining planes. And they're so happy when we come in
That's cool
with
as
our
shit.
scanning equipment.
tooth
And we're
of
basically
time.
capturing their planes. And they know that we can digitally preserve them in perpetuity. And we're actually giving those scans back to the museum so they can do something with it. And it's a great collaboration. And we're actually not just looking back in the history of aviation, we're also looking towards the future. So I have another announcement. We are working with a fascinating German company called Volocopter.
Yeah.
And they're making an eVTOL air taxi for urban traffic. So they have a vision of the future, how these drone-type machines basically connect people in large cities. We're working directly with the engineering team to make sure that we are capturing their plane and their aircraft perfectly in the flight simulator, and that's coming out in November.
I mean, you weren't kidding when you're saying that there's a lot going on inside of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is there anything else you want to share?
Yeah, there's one more thing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to announce that we've partnered with RARA. That's the Reno Air Racing Association. And every year they put on something called the Steel National Championship Air Race. And we're bringing this to Flight Simulator. So this is the fastest motorsport. This is right down your alley. It's the fastest motorsport on Earth. And I actually brought you a little trailer to look at.
So race, speed, we going to the danger zone, baby. Let's go ahead and show that.
They're definitely supporting the hell out of this game so far.
Oh yeah, totally right. Understandably so with the player base it has, and then now, and that was the player base they had before launching on Xbox Game Pass.
That was a very short trailer.
Didn't seem
Gary
that
would
fast
have
either.
just fucking flipped on his Game Pass right there. He's fucking over.
You know I like going fast, and you know I love being in the danger zone. When is this coming out?
Man, these planes, they fly 500 miles, faster than 500 miles an hour, 50 to 250 feet above the ground. So you are definitely going to be in the danger zone. I mean, without going into too much detail, this Reno Air Race
Take a
is
drink
actually
every
the
time someone
largest
says danger
expansion
zone.
we have since we launched on Flight Simulator. It's not just because we scanned all the famous race planes of the world. There's lots of them. This is also the first time when you can basically race against your
You know what would be
friends and
nuts? This
pilots
would never
across
happen.
the
It's
planet.
total pie in the sky, but
Yeah.
I like to think
So
about stupid shit like this.
Competitive multiplayer
If they
is
merge
coming
this
to
game with
Microsoft Flight
Forza,
Simulator.
so you could fly
And
over like
that would
Forza,
definitely test your pilot
Forza
skills.
Horizon
And you asked,
courses
when is
as
it
they were
coming out?
happening,
This
like
is
over
coming
races
out
in real
this
time,
fall,
like
so
buzz the
it's right
races
around
with
the
your
corner.
airplane.
Fantastic game.
Oh, that
Oh
is
my God.
fantastic. And
It
you
just
know
sucks how,
I have
like how
the
Disney
need for
Pixar's
speed,
cars
so
became
I can't
planes.
wait
Remember
to
that
get my hands on
big
this and
moment in
participate
history?
in some of these
Great
new
moment.
races.
Big money
We
maker.
got you covered.
Can I introduce you, Gary, to a game called Grand Theft Auto
If going
Online?
fast on the
where
ground
you can
is
drive
more
on the
your
ground,
speed,
but also
keep
fly
an eye
in the
out
air.
for extended look at
Yeah,
Forza
and also
Horizon
get
5
doxed.
later on in the stream. We'll also talk with Wasteland
Not if you're
3
playing on the
game
PlayStation
director
5.
about the game's next big DLC.
Coming out this November.
But first, if you're an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, we have some great news for you.
What do you got?
What is it? What is it?
I'm
a Game
still not
Pass
convinced on
subscriber.
this whole Games Pass thing.
My Game Pass subscription is good through 2023. I'm fucking in for the long haul.
Wow. This is cool. All humble stuff launching on day one.
Build a weapon, one that blows the world away.
This is another thing I'm a little bit over, if I'm being honest, is the 8-bit retro aesthetic, the 8-bit, 16-bit aesthetic. I like it, but like every other game does it now. Oh, this looks cool.
Yeah, this
Midnight
looks
Fight
awesome.
Express.
I forgot about that.
Look at that,
rocket-
just fucking smashing
rocket
some
builder
fucking
stuff.
guys into a
Really cool.
face into a
I'm all
sink
about that.
basin.
Dodgeball Academia is really fun. I got to get back to it. I reached chapter 5 of like 8.
I'm holding
and I
out for
got hella
Windjammers
distracted
too.
by 20 games coming out.
Oh, this looks sick.
Ooh.
Shit.
What is
Like a
this? Like
Genesis
Shinobi
shit?
kind of thing?
This looks cute.
Here we go.
Oh, now.
Here we go, Gary.
Talk
Here we go,
about a
Gary. You
game.
know this is
Unpacking.
our life, Gary.
Oh, it's going to be on Game Pass. Holy shit, my
all
kid's going to be
Game
so
Pass.
happy.
Whoa.
So am I.
Andy.
This looks really cool.
Oh, too spooky. Too spooky.
Very, very excited about Unpacking. Great game.
I had some Parasite Eve vibes to it.
Yeah. Oh, I played this on the Steam demo, summer demos, or whatever the hell they call it. Cool. Felt good. Wow, that looks so cool. That's the style that needs to come back. That one for that Signalis game.
That's a good looking bunch of
That's
games.
crazy. Yeah, a bunch of humble stuff. That's awesome.
After playing a short hike, I was like, I want
Yep,
more games like
somehow
this
they
with that
did
really
it.
crispy
They added
edge
even
look.
more games
PS1
to
era.
Game Pass. But let's talk about what's coming up. We're talking Age of Empires 4, the game's creative director, and we're we're going to see what's next for
Age of Empires 4, I
Thieves.
can see
But
myself getting
now,
into.
we've got a new roguelike
I haven't done a good,
retro shooter
like
that in grand
empire
retro
building
fashion
real-time game in a
sends
long
you
time.
plundering through
I'm ready
shifting
for it.
dungeons to defeat a mysterious eldritch terror. Let's dive into the pit.
That's got to be a lot of fun on the cloud too, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Like just easy. You don't have to worry about reaction times or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point. Into the pit.
Into the thing of it. Oh, this looks like it's about to have some like Doom vibes to it. Doom Quake-ish.
This looks like some New Blood type shit.
Oh, getting almost like a Hexen heretic kind of vibe from this.
I need to see this way. I need to see the way this looks later on a better quality video.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Well, did he just flip up the fucking Satan horns at the end there? That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Throw them up, chat. Throw them up in chat.
Game Pass.
Well, I am here with creative director of World's Edge, Adam Eisgreen. And Adam, I'm so excited to talk H4, of course, because you've brought something.
Is Game Pass
a little
officially
different
one
and very
word now? There was no space
Yeah,
between
I
game
have.
and pass.
So, so far
Game
we've
Pass.
been showing everyone kind of what age looks
Hasn't
like
always
from in the game, when you're playing it.
I
You get to see a
don't
lot
think
of
so.
footage of
I
that.
mean, I
We've also
usually
shown a little bit of our campaigns.
Yeah, I've always seen
Yeah.
types
Through,
too.
when
I
we
think maybe
unveiled
they've
the 100
conjoined
Years
them.
War and showed John
Yeah, the
Marks.
internet
step in
looks
the
like
But that's
branding
yet
evolution.
another way.
It's
in
officially
Age of
2
Empires
words
4
on
that
their
we're kind of
website.
bringing history to life that we
Yeah,
haven't
whenever I
talked about
downloaded that
Maybe it's just the way they
PNG.
had the type treatment on the screen there. I don't
Put
know.
me in
That would be a big
suspense. I
announcement.
want
We're
to
here to
know
announce
more,
it
so
today.
let's
Game
go
Pass
with it. Let's hear about it.
becomes.
Okay, wait, you get 1 more moment.
Game
No
Pass
more
is
space.
dead.
Okay,
Long
that's
live
enough. So,
Game Pass.
What we brought today
Eris,
is
tell them all about it.
we have these
Let me
wonderful
put
little
on my
videos that we've
sunglasses.
created interspersed amongst the campaign, and they're about 3 to 5 minutes each, and we have over an hour of them total, and they're called Hands-on Histories. And what they are is a great way to like deep dive on certain fun subjects from the cultures we're representing and just from medieval history.
Excellent. Well, I hear you've actually brought one of those segments that you're going to share here for the very first time.
Yes, I have. We are going to show you the segment on one of the most popular units from Age of Empires franchise and a fan favorite, the Trebuchet.
Excellent. Well, this I got to see. Let's take a look.
Always wonder how these games
counterweight
do on
trebuchet.
consoles. Like the real-time strategy, control
Was the
mechanism.
king
I think
of
is
all
more
siege
dependent on mouse
engines.
and keyboard than
A
first-person
catapult
shooters are. Like
capable of
we know we can do
smashing
first-person
down
shooters
castle
decent with
walls from great
controllers now.
distances.
Real-time strategy, though, I don't know if I've ever seen like a really good application of that control mechanism with a gamepad. Maybe I'm
Warwick
wrong.
Castle in
They made
England.
Halo Wars really good.
They've
Yeah,
built
Oh,
a
Halo
wall
Wars did it well?
one of the
Okay.
largest
Yeah,
in
Halo.
the
I mean,
world.
it's never the same as mouse and keyboard. It's way better on that, but
Originating in
they did
7th
Halo
century
Wars
China,
well. This
I mean, the
isn't
nice
coming to
thing-
console anyways, too.
Trebuchets had evolved
The
into
nice thing
devastatingly
is though, I mean,
powerful
you can plug your mouse
Such
and
a
keyboard
simple
into your
design, but
Xbox
so
now, right? And play it that
effective.
way if you want, I guess.
It has several key features. A pivoted arm with a weight at one
You
end.
can get this
and
Trebuchet
a
day
sling
1 on Game
to
Pass.
hold the projectile at the other.
Love
To
that
prime,
Trebuchet
the 6-ton
DLC.
weight is raised using tread wheels.
I'm sorry.
Is it illegal
okay.
to own one of those? Like, if you just had one of those in your backyard, would you get in trouble?
I'm sure you would.
Probably.
Shit.
The counterweight.
Are you asking for a friend blessing? Is that what
I'm just curious. Because I'm gonna be honest, the thought process I had was, man, it'd be wild to own a trebuchet, right? But then I was like, but like, can I own a trebuchet? Would my neighbors call it the police and be like, hey, he's playing some shit?
Are we just all pretending that we knew that word before this? Because
This was
I
done
feel like
by
Trebuchet?
Yeah,
I didn't know how to
I
pronounce
know it,
it.
but I know it, but not because I'm a
And by launching the
scholar of
projectile
history,
from
because
the
I've just
sling.
played a bunch of fucking RTS games
Yeah,
over the
same.
years.
When released,
I just
They
know
all
it because of like
have
Lord
the
of the
sling
Rings
whips
and
round, vastly
fucking-
increasing the launch speed.
helped to make a medieval game. So like all that stupid ass shit. was in my
Trebuchets were
brain.
carefully aimed.
I've read that word like 100
Like
times,
modern
but I've never
guns.
said it out loud. I wasn't comfortable saying it until Andy said it.
In order to weaken the castle walls or even breach them, you had to make sure that the projectiles hit the same spot every single time.
For each projectile to follow the same trajectory, they all had to be the same weight and shape. To achieve this, masons used a gauge.
Now I'm going to
Anyway,
load
to your point,
this
Blessing, back in
projectile
college
into
in
the
Columbia,
sling.
Missouri,
This
one of
must weigh about 25 kilograms, but some
fraternities had a
projectiles can
cannon
get up to
that they would
150 kilograms.
fire
That's
off,
the weight
you
of
know, at the
2
start of
Vens.
every year one time. But well, I was a reporter at this point. Then
Trebuchets were
it was the
also
final year I was
used
in
to throw
Colombia.
burning
They
tar,
overpacked it
beehives,
and blew it
even
apart,
dead
so it
bodies.
it shot like
Anything to cause
shrapnel
maximum
all over the
God.
damage to
came
the
through an
enemy.
apartment building next to the
Very good.
Very cool.
Why'd you put quotes around like
that
fire it
wish.
off or shoot it off?
Well, it's because they
Wait,
weren't firing
It
a
was the
cannonball.
counterweight
anymore.
trebuchet's
It's just like you put it in and went boom
combination
and like
of
smoke came like
power
yay!
and accuracy.
I mean, when you think about it, for like hundreds and
That
hundreds of years
made
ago,
it
it's a
the
pretty
ultimate medieval
amazing piece of
siege weapon.
engineering, right? This
But think
thing.
of it this way, Gary. If you went back with a machine gun, you'd rule these people. You know what I mean?
Well, until your
This is
bullets
the
run out.
Xbox conferences. This is the conversation we're
Not
having.
very impressive if you ask me.
Nah.
Again,
They told us
par
to
with
keep
what
our
Gamescom
expectations
was,
down,
Something
you know,
unique,
for a
something you don't
reason.
see in games very often.
Yeah, so, you know, one of the things when we were looking at what we were going to do with Age of Empires 4, there's a phrase I'm really fond of, which is history is only as interesting as the people who taught it to you. And you could say that about any subject, really, right? But I think the great thing is when you have someone that's so enthusiastic and passionate about history, it really comes across. And we wanted to be that kind of teacher for history. And there's a phrase called humanized history that I use to kind of describe what we tried to do, which is we tried to like connect past and present. And you can see that kind of in our briefings as well, where we've got like real stuff with like CG kind of overlaid to show you the history. And so for these, we really wanted to do that same thing. So ourselves and Relic partnered with this amazing group in the UK called Lion TV, and they've done production on an amazing amount of shows and documentaries for the BBC and won every award you can imagine for media. And they travel to all of these locations in all these different countries to meet with these subject matter experts and get all of this great footage on how things really worked and how things were made. And
I like this guy's
it's been
sweatshirt.
delightful to kind of go through that process and, you know,
I like,
get all
Paris'
these and
sweatshirt.
finally start showing them to everyone.
Yeah,
I
that's a
love
nice
it.
piece of
Now,
merch.
You also, of course, you've got a bunch, as you mentioned, of these hands-on history segments. Anything else that you can tell us fans about what we can expect, looking forward to? Any favorites you got coming up?
Oh, well, favorites. Oh, man. Well, I think
Mike,
my
imagine if
personal
we were
favorite
just
is
slaying
one
out
called
in
Medieval
Halo
Surgery.
Infinite right now.
And
Can you
I'm gonna let your
imagine that?
imagination
Yo, they
go
better
with
show
what
some
you might
Halo
show
soon
and
here,
what
or
you
else
might
I'm gonna,
find
you know,
out.
take a nap.
All this
Whoa.
trebuchet
Whoa.
content is put in
Is that
fucking
they-
Mike.
I mean,
all
I'm a
over the place.
huge
So,
fan
you've
of
got
Age of
ones on
Empires,
warfare and
but
castle building and like
Whoa.
how they kept flaming arrows
This
from not
does
going
remind
out.
me
difference
of
like,
between
my
lowering your
days,
expectations and
my
doing
days
but
years
we've
ago
also
as a
got all
game
these ones
journalist
on,
when I had
you
to
know,
sit
like
through these
illuminated
fucking
history and,
interminable
hawk
presentations trying to
falconing and
pretend
you know
to
like
remain
horse
interested.
taming, armor creation.
When
It's
you actually
interesting
get bored
because
out of your
and
fucking mind.
there's even one
this
on
is
Mongolian
an inside Xbox. This is what they used to
which
do,
is really
right?
cool because
And
those
so
instruments,
then
we
they
actually
moved
use
away
them
from
in the
that, doing these
soundtrack
streams with the
for the
E3
Mongols
and the
when you're
latest
playing
and
as
greatest.
them in the
But it's
campaign-
odd that
in
it's
the
like
game.
this is just an inside Xbox. This is what we
just
used to
love the
do.
behemoth
Yeah,
amount
yeah,
of
yeah.
And
history
so now
that
we're
you
back
guys-
to it. I'm
Age of
just
Empires
sitting here
always
doing
known for
this.
bringing
I
history
mean, they weren't
alive in a
kidding with the
completely
manage your
different way. And I
expectations,
also
right?
love
So far it's
to
living up
mention
to
this
that.
to people that you and the team do so much research, and it's so great to see this approach being used in a hands-on history kind of segment. But I mean, what was that approach like to sort of, you know, sell going forward, especially since it's such a unique in-game experience?
Well, the cool thing was it was there from day one. It was one of the things I was really wanted to do is try to tell these stories in a different way. And
I think it's
but I'll
actually a
tell you,
hoodie, isn't it,
like,
what he
full
has there? Is
disclosure,
that a
it's
hood
been
in the back?
insanely nerve-wracking because we're trying something completely different
Freddie
that no one's
Henley.
ever done before in a game, right? We're like we're history, but we're a game, but we're teaching you things, but you're having fun and. Finding that middle ground has been really challenging, and you know, every time we've tried to show, we've shown the campaigns or we've shown these hands-on histories, I've been like, oh God, is it gonna work? Like, people gonna like this? And the great thing is so far, everyone that's really experienced the
comfortable.
entire thing put together,
I would wear that.
I've just been like, wow, this is great, and it's so
Shout
different.
out to
and it's
whoever
so cool and refreshing.
tweeted from the Kind of
So,
Funny account.
whew,
Are people just
so
allowed
far,
to
so
own
good,
just
right?
own trebuchets?
But yeah,
Blessing
it's
Jr. is
been
asking
a
for a
journey,
friend.
you know, to get all this done and put the whole game together.
Well,
I will say there's no show results option, and I don't want to vote because I don't want to. I want to see the results, but I don't want to vote because I don't want to vote.
Talk to me about where people can find and learn more about Age of Empires 4. I know they're all chomping.
I mean,
at
you
the
could
bit.
do just as much damage with a
October
trebuchet as like a rocket
28th, we
launcher,
are
right? An
launching the
RPG.
game.
But
you can go to ageofempires.com.
one of those is illegal. So why not the other? I don't know.
71% say yes, you're allowed to
right
just own a
now, you can
trebuchet.
go onto the Microsoft Store or Steam, pre-order the game right now. And of
In the
course,
chat
we
right
will be
now,
there
To
day
the
one,
Extreme says,
Xbox
I know,
Game
Gary,
Pass
that
for
was
PC
driving
as
me
well,
crazy.
so
I think it is a
anyone
hoodie,
that's on that
too.
can just grab the game and start playing.
the scintillating conversations around
Well,
here.
we
got to find something to talk about to get through this segment, right? So I'm going for the hoodie.
Pacific time.
Orange, y'all.
I actually like his New Balance. I'm in the market for a new. Notice how the New Balance shoes match perfectly the hoodie. This guy's put some thought
Yeah,
into
this guy
it.
thought about this outfit.
Yeah, he's definitely thought. He's put a lot of prep into
Always
this
a pleasure.
outfit.
Age of
And I
Empires
appreciate it because it
fantastic. So I
feels like a
cannot wait.
casual
October
outfit. Like this
28th,
doesn't
neither
seem like
should
the
you.
kind of
Now,
outfit
we
you
have
put a lot of
tons
thought
coming
into,
up
but you can
here
tell that he
today,
did.
including a new
It's
update
casual, but
to
he also
and
there's
an
some
extended look
professionalism
at
there.
Forza
You know, he's
Horizon 5
struck
with
the
our
right
friends at
balance.
Playground Games, but now let's catch up with
He for sure hit a
Terry,
smirk
who's
as
gone
he put
from
on his
flying the
shoes to go
skies of
outside.
Microsoft
Oh
Flight
yeah,
Sim
I've
to
nailed it.
different
He's
kind
like,
of
I'm gonna kill it with this one, y'all.
That's right, Kate. Xbox Cloud Gaming is already available on Windows PCs, mobile phones, and tablets.
3,800
And
people
now
watching.
It's coming
Thank y'all.
to
How many of
Xbox
y'all have
console.
Twitch Prime? What's up with
The
that?
future with cloud gaming sounds bright. No waiting to install, no running out of hard drive space, no waiting to patch, and no buying a new console.
Oh, you know what? I think I
just
can.
to
I
play
can
with
probably
your
give you my
friends.
Twitch Prime.
See
I haven't
how the
used it in
vision of
ages.
cloud
thanks,
gaming will
Gary.
bring people
Let
together
me go pull it
without
up. Hold on.
barriers.
Need something to do.
So when I think about cloud and when I think about gaming,
damn.
those two things together.
I love
to me
this type
really
of Gary.
show you the future where you can pick up
You should have
something
me
and
on
you
for
can
more
play it
reacts.
anywhere
I
and
love
do
it, dude.
quickly.
Oh.
Yeah, let's get Jack Harlow to rap over this.
Looks like I already have an active sub.
That's pretty great. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
This actually looks so good.
Oh yeah, somebody gifted me one.
Games
That's
are
nice of them.
large, and you want to keep the ones that you know you
This
love
right here
on
sounds
your
like
hard
Jack
drive.
Harlow featuring
Xbox Cloud
Macklemore.
Gaming is about being able to discover the new ones right away. It's super exciting that for our Game
And he
Pass
says
Ultimate
the last
members,
bar
they will
like
get to experience Xbox
this.
Cloud Gaming on whatever
With that little
console they
break in
Exactly.
between the words.
Cloud gaming
Yep,
is really
exactly.
about looking at
I know exactly what
how
you're talking about,
people
yeah.
play differently. I know me
Song
in
of the summer right
particular,
there.
sometimes I just have 20 minutes.
Jack Harlow just.
What are we
sounds
talking
like
about now?
a-
Cloud?
Like a,
finding
he just
Yeah,
sounds
this is,
like
they're
a
bringing
guy
Xbox
on your
Game
console
Cloud,
and
or Xbox
jumping
coming
right
to
in.
We're
targeting 1080p at
Jack
60
Harlow's
frames
like
per
a
second.
crypto
What's
guy.
crazy about this is like the latency. This is
I like
the
Jack
stuff
Harlow.
that
Wait,
you
so
do with
so you
cloud
can play
gaming.
cloud games through the console?
Yeah, so you don't have to download all the stuff. You can just stream your games to
The
your console.
process itself.
You know
to
the
get
coolest
into
shit about
cloud
that
gaming
is how
feels
you
like
can
you're playing
stream
on console,
Xbox
right?
Series
You
X
go,
games
find the
through
game
your
you want, you
Xbox
press
One.
play.
Like
Yeah,
fucking,
so
so you
easy
basically get like
nowadays. You can pick up
an
any
upgrade, like a
device
cloud
and
upgrade on
pretty
your
much play
hardware.
any
I
Xbox
appreciate
on
the
Game
response to are people allowed to just own trebuchets from Brain of Ours Jr. who says absolutely. It's also the superior siege weapon. If anyone says catapults are better, they are dead to me.
I really love the flexibility. It's awesome.
Everything that Xbox is doing right now.
If they
is
announced
just
this
getting
console
rid of
announcement
the
right now,
limits
that's a big deal.
of
That
having
would
to
be
on a
lit. That would be
specific
done.
Oh my God,
device.
what, the streaming
Console,
box?
on PC,
Yeah,
and mobile.
no,
Xbox
they announced it
upgrade
just.
on
I mean,
Gen
yeah,
8.
Gary, that's
Yeah,
future.
Gen
If they
8
just do it
consoles
right
can
now
play
on the
Gen 9
consoles, that's
content.
dope.
Isn't that so cool?
I mean, I
With
think the
cloud
Xbox
gaming,
One thing
we have
is,
the
is
ability because
amazing
you are
just by
connecting to
itself.
consoles that are in our data centers to allow
Playing off a Series X
the
server
Gen 8
blade on a
customers, the
on a
Xbox One
busted ass
customers,
Xbox
to
One.
play games that their hardware wouldn't have been able to play without it.
There's so much opportunity when it comes to thinking about how we can make content more readily available and let people play where they want to. Sign me up. I'm ready for cloud gaming right now. Let's do it. When's the
No.
release date? When does it release?
All right, so we're just teasing that. Oh!
Holiday.
Yeah, I think I don't know if that stream box is ever coming. Remains a dream.
Oh, it's coming.
now.
August 9th.
I guarantee
It's
coming
No,
next year,
that's happening.
2022.
Optimized update for Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice on the Xbox Series S
Keep
and
talking,
X,
Bears.
with beautiful and rich visuals thanks to the addition of ray tracing and improved
Tell me about
materials
Hellblade 2.
alongside performance updates. This is the perfect opportunity to relive Senua's journey or experience it for the first
Yeah,
time.
this gotta glow up.
And if you haven't played
Digital
this,
Foundry
do
were
yourself
really
a favor,
complimentary about
grab
that,
a pair of
upgrade.
headphones and immerse yourself into this world.
Great. Speaking
Yeah, that was
of
a great
unique
video.
I might replay it on
experiences
Xbox.
Game Pass,
Because
the
even when I
Xbox
played that
Plays
game on
team will be taking
PS4, it
look
was
at
a
some
visual
indie
marvel
Xbox
already.
titles over the next few days, including 12 Minutes and The Big Con.
They're also talking with developers from Halo, the Master Chief Collection, Forza Horizon 5, and Destiny 2. So join the live Q&A to get your burning questions answered. You can catch all of those streams on twitch.tv.
Definitely check out Super Animal Royale, Tim. I
Speaking
think
of
you would get a
Forza
kick out
Horizon
of it.
5, don't forget our friends at Playground Games will give us an extended look at their monument
they
to
will.
motoring in Mexico later on.
That includes
That's actually something we
can't
could
wait.
squad up
seen
on.
areas of the game
'Cause you
maps
can have squad
plus
play.
cars that have never
Oh, yeah, I
been
can't
in
wait
the
to play
Forza
Forza with y'all.
franchise before. I've loved everything everything I've seen of Forza
This is a
Horizon
message
5 so
from
far,
Jeff
and
Grubb.
I can't wait.
This
Now, Kate,
Streambox is coming.
more
It's just
games to
coming
check
to
out,
TVs
right?
and consoles
Well, right,
first.
you are, Paris. Let's
think
talk
there was something
Wasteland
else.
3. Their newest DLC
That he had.
introduces us to a new cult. The cult of the Holy Detonation.
That jacket reminds me of Breakout on the Atari.
Cult of the Holy
2600.
Detonation sounds like a Fallout West. Yeah.
Deep within Cheyenne Mountain, we've changed.
Is this Abe? Is this Odyssey?
No, it's for Wasteland 3.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay, that lines up.
DLC from Wasteland 3.
On a righteous path.
I didn't put that together, and now that makes complete sense.
The holy detonation's life-giving glow.
I was a huge fan of the original Wasteland back in the day.
Everyone. May the light of the holy detonation purify you. Join us, Rangers.
You ever find yourself going cross-eyed?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
I do it all the time. I'll just like be staring and I'll zone out and I'll just be like, oh, I didn't know what I was looking at.
With new patches, bug fixes, and added features, like a fine wine, Wasteland 3 just gets better with age. To really savor the game's bouquet, we're talking with In-Exile game director David Rogers.
What are you talking about,
Thank
Paris?
you for joining us.
I'm super stoked to be here. Thanks.
Paris has
So
become
in
the
trailer,
Xbox
we saw that
sommelier.
the DLC was coming out.
What are you in the mood for tonight? Oh, I think this game, Hyper Light
In-Exile,
Drifter, would
Wasteland
pair
3,
well
you guys
with
have
your
been working on this for a very long time. So
Andy,
can you
get out of here.
Talk about that journey.
Yeah, our dev team has been working non-stop full tilt, trying to make Wasteland 3 the best version of itself it could
Outrun
be.
6017
Over the past
in the
year
chat.
since it's
Okay,
released,
calm down,
we've
Paris.
added features, we've balanced, we've listened to the community, we've fixed bugs, added stability, and I really think that the version that we have now is the absolute best version of the game, and if you've never played it before, now's an awesome time to jump in.
Well, congratulations on everything that you've been doing with Wasteland 3. Now, this DLC is called The Cult of the Holy Detonation. Now, talk about that a little bit. Tell me what's going to go into this DLC.
Sounds
what
like
should we be
Megaton.
excited about?
Right, so you've heard of Cheyenne Mountain, right?
Yes.
For those who haven't, Cheyenne Mountain is this top secret military complex buried deep in the heart of Cheyenne Mountain in the middle of Colorado.
COD Mobile
It's
Forever
designed
says
to
Sony needs to
outlast a
do
nuclear
something.
winter.
This is boring.
And so when you hit level 16,
What would they do?
says, hey, I need your help securing this secret military
Jim
base
Ryan
with
walks
all
on
the secrets
stage.
within. And as soon as you
Paris,
get there,
that's enough for
you
me.
find
Down the
two warring
stage
cults
and fucking.
battling
When we talk about
over
Kena
secrets
Bridges
trying to
Spears,
take
Stone
away
Cold
the holy
stuns
detonation,
Paris.
which is this pre-war science.
I got that Jim Ryan's music cake.
And,
Jim Ryan's
these
music.
cultists are
It's the other
insane,
JR.
they're mutated. They've gone totally mad.
God damn
and
it.
all they
Neil
want to do
Druckmann
is
comes
share
down
the
from the
holy radiation
rafters.
with you and your
Reveals
entire
Axis
Ranger
factions.
team. How generous.
Yeah, that sounds a lot cooler than some of the cults I may have joined in the past. But this is typical Wasteland.
we're not gonna slide
fashion.
past
We're
that,
really
what?
going to be able to get in and mix it up, right?
Right. So you and your Ranger team insert
Paris talked
yourself
about this before?
right smack dab in the middle
He's-
of their holy
he's gone into
which,
detail
what could
on
go
XCast
wrong?
about the
and
cults
this is a
he's
Wasteland
been
game,
in
so you
before.
decide everything. Choice and consequence is our bread and butter. And so you decide who lives, who dies, who gets screwed over, who takes charge. You're deciding the fate of the cults, the Holy Detonation, Cheyenne Mountain, and ultimately all of Colorado. This is really your game to craft and mold.
That's awesome. So the last expansion was the Battle of Steeltown, right? You had giant robots and things like that. So, you know, what are you going to do to actually top something like that from the last
Do
expansion?
you think Paris bought
So we wanted
new Nikes
like,
for this, or
returning
Xbox bought
players
some
to
for him?
find
Because like
something that
I
you
really
could
like
never
Xbox.
find
you can't go
in
into this
another
wearing like
version or, like, in
scuffed
previous
up,
versions of
you know,
Wasteland
fucked
3.
up sneakers that you
So
usually walk
we
around. Right? You
built
got to
this
you got
as
a
a
brand new
Wasteland-style
clean
dungeon
pair.
crawl.
It's like that
And
bottle
in
of
there
wine
you
you're
find
saving
this
for the
awesome
special
mix of
occasion.
mystery,
Yeah.
exploration.
Yeah.
You're
You got
meeting
those
I
the
shoes
guarantee
that
you
are
those
like
sneakers have
awesome,
never
like
been outside on a
time
string. Those were like put
capsule
fresh on
and
today in the
some of
studio.
the
Those
random
soles
boss
are
battles
white.
we have ever been able
Yeah,
to get in a
absolutely
Wasteland game.
pristine. Like
That's
you can
awesome.
still
I
take
wanna
those
get
back to the store and
the
they'd give you a
crazy
refund
cultists,
on
But
them.
talk to me about these big
I still
boss
have my
battles.
Miles
How are we gonna do
Morales
that?
shoes.
So we took the
Yeah, maybe
best
that's
out
that's the
of Wasteland
plan.
combat and we
Bought the sneakers,
breathed
kept them in the
new life
box,
into it with
sure.
objective-based combat.
took
which
them
are
out,
basically super
takes
rad
them back
boss
to the
battles.
refund, and then still writes
It's
it
no
off on his
longer you're like
taxes. That's
huddling
the
in a
fucking
corner,
smart
throwing
play.
down turrets, just going on murderous rampages. It's not about killing, it's about getting the job done. And so now combat doesn't end until the mission is over. We send you on proper combat missions. You're in there breaking into prisons, rescuing
like those other
POWs. You're
stupid-ass
disrupting
games.
these high-tech cultist
Listen, there's a lot of
rituals.
games that
You
send
are
you to
splitting
shit
your fire
combat
teams
missions
and
and you do
coordinating like
proper.
you never have had to before. Like everyone on your team has a job, and I really think this is going to take old players who know their Ranger team like the back of their hands, and it's going to make them scratch their head and really have to rethink how they go about combat and making it new, exciting, and challenging in a like mentally in a way we haven't been able to really do before with just straight up murder combat.
Knew that
Now,
kid
Wasteland has a reputation for getting a little little silly.
Looks like you're here to compete in Mortal.
What are some of the weird characters we can expect in some of the story encounters we'll see in the game?
Yeah, with Cult of the Holy Detonation, we really got to cut our devs loose and just let them be creative and fun and silly. Like Exiles,
I like this set.
Operandi.
I will say this is what I expected from
If
this.
we're like brainstorming,
I was expecting an
inside
inside
Xbox
Xbox
put it in the game.
level presentation.
They,
like I said, we talked about at the beginning. They said like this is not going to be a bunch of super new shit.
I know, but guys, they didn't say it was an inside Xbox. They said it was an Xbox stream. It's like, all right, these are updates, that's for sure.
I mean,
Tim, do you feel like this is coming in beneath even your managed expectations so far?
Look, no, this is hitting it because I expected them to fuck it up. So, no, it's hitting where I expected it to.
But it's just like, but again, to be clear, they said it was an Xbox Gamescom showcase, and we have to remember that Gamescom is in that title, and nothing ever fucking happens at Gamescom, Tim. The biggest thing that's happened in Gamescom in the last 5 years was the announcement of Biomune.
Another one of my favorites is the Proteus.
No. Yes, dude.
If you took like 20 cultists.
No.
Yes. The biggest show in the world.
Opening night live happened.
Excited to happen like army guys and like GI Joes into a big pile, and he's wet and sloppy and gross.
Blessing, I worked the 2 biggest Gamescoms in like the last 5 years, and still nothing happened.
He's like your #1 fan, and getting to build like this totally out there, wild, extreme character.
I just rolled my eyes so hard at that comment.
It's a ton of fun.
I like the person in chat who just said this dude looks like he's about to do some close-up magic.
He's an absolute blast. Hell, even some of the weapons that you find in Cheyenne Mountain,
I feel that.
They're devolved cultists. Like there's one guy, and he kind of devolved into this like vomiting bagpipe creature, and he has this real like "kill me" vibe about him. But we get to play with these fun body horror themes that let us jackknife between sort of like dark and serious and like goofy and funny, which is a line that Wasteland really loves to ride. Like, you know, a lot of really important
Eamon
stuff.
in DC says they called it a showcase, which evokes what we got at E3, not an inside Xbox.
Now,
did they call it a showcase?
You've been working on Wasteland
called
for a while.
the game Xbox.
Didn't it just say game stream? Like, even the title.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like stream does
characterize
this as what it is.
What would you
this is
suggest?
I was
stream
expecting a showcase
that has games.
And like I
in
said
it.
at the top, like Wasteland is like the best version of itself right now because of all the work we put into it over the past year. And so you can get the whole thing with the Colorado collection. That's the base game plus Cult of the Holy Detonation and Battle of Steeltown, all for a discount. Or if you have Game Pass, you already
Tony
have
Hawk
Wasteland
is selling
3. Just
100
download it and play
skateboards
it,
painted
and
with
then
his
you can
actual
get
blood.
both expansions with the expansion pass.
That is awesome. Now, to kind of recap this a little bit, we talked about, you know, spewing pus bags and these weird characters and the cults and the boss battles and all these really cool things that are going to be in Wasteland 3. But please remind everyone before we get out of here, when can you pick up this DLC?
Right, this Work of Passion, it comes out on October 5th. And we're really stoked.
That is awesome. So this is the Cult of the Holy Detonation.
Good news for Wasteland 3 fans who are hungry for more content.
David, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Barish. Appreciate it.
All right. In the 3 years since its launch, Sea of Thieves has played host to some incredible crossovers, including unique ship sets inspired by games like Battletoads, State of Decay, Halo, and more.
He's a pro at this.
We're excited to announce a brand new special event that will award players an all-new ship as a part of the latest wild crossover heading to Sea of Thieves. Better yet, this event begins tomorrow. So get ready to make some mayhem, and let's get our first look.
Did I miss him making fun of Khalif?
Ship.
No, they literally just finished talking about Wasteland.
Borderlands, okay.
Cult of the Holy Detonation. How can I forget?
I finally admitted to myself that I'm never going to play Sea of Thieves and uninstalled it the other day.
Fuck, yeah, it's great.
It's never going to happen. I'm tired of pretending.
Oh, Borderlands ship. That's new,
I'm
right?
glad that you were honest with yourself, Gary, and just called it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You don't have to,
it was time.
You don't have to, you know, try this. Is right.
I don't have to
everyone.
play with every
Really cool
you know,
to be a part of
every
this
cool
all
kid
digital
game out there.
Gamescom
Sometimes that's going to do
we were
me.
thinking, what's the best
Is that not a
way to
weird
kind of celebrate
collaboration?
Gamescom and to be a part of
Put a
this
Borderlands
as
ship,
Sea of
Sea of
Thieves?
Thieves? Not a weird
They've
thing.
had a
Is
lot of
that it?
collaborations with this.
He's gonna give me a turn Sea of Thieves back on. I'm gonna get that.
Really, really
Yeah,
cool ship.
they've.
It's inspired by
It's in line,
Borderlands.
blessing. They've had a
Into
lot
Sea of
more,
Thieves,
so
and
no,
we're
it's
giving
not
all of our
crazy.
players a
I mean,
chance to
Borderlands
go
is so
during the
wacky in tone. I feel like they could
So it's been really
do
cool
whatever
to
collab
work
they
with the
want, right?
Borderlands team to
It's
bring
not like,
the
oh,
ship
this
to
diminishes
life
the
and giving all of our players
integrity
the
of
chance to learn it
Borderlands.
as part of this live event that we've cunningly
I
titled
want
Mayhem. You
them
might
to
know
add a
this,
gun to
so
Borderlands
you can probably
3.
guess the kind of
That
activities
is just a
that are
Sea of
involved.
Thieves ship.
But if you head to Larina at any
But,
of
like,
the
you shoot
outposts
little
in the
tiny
Sea of
pirates
Thieves
out of
world,
it.
she'll be able to fill you in on the details of what you need to go do to earn the ship set. So we hope everybody gets a chance to take part in this awesome time-limited event. So it starts today and it runs through to September the 7th. So that's the time period you've got to get your hands on the main membership set.
You know what you would call that gun?
Blessing?
So
You know what you would call that gun? Blessing, you know what you would call that gun?
Video game idea I've ever heard in my life.
What do you mean?
Had us see a Thieves gun to Borderlands.
I'm gonna get this fucking joke out no matter what.
Pirates? Well, apparently we're just doing random.
Blessing.
Random partnerships
Blessing.
now. What up?
Blessing. Do you know what they would call that gun?
What is it?
An AR-15.
Oh, that's very good.
God damn it.
He's
The
back.
stream was worth it. It was
He's
worth
back,
it.
everybody.
The stream was worth it.
He never
This
left.
whole stream redeemed.
Hope.
Almost fucking choked on my
It's always been a dangerous world.
Is this an update for State of Decay 2? Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking freaky. Look at that. I don't like that.
State of Decay 3.
It's hope.
No, this is State of Decay 2.
It reunites old friends. It builds new bonds.
Look, again, like, I understand the gameplay is different, but how is this any different from what we just saw with Dying Light? It's the same kind of shit. A bunch of guys
Oh
with
no,
fucking beanie
Dying
hats
Light
and
is
axes.
way better than State of Decay.
I'm
better.
saying, I'm sure, like, as a game, they're very different. I'm just saying, like, the world and the aesthetic and the vibe, it's the same shit.
Oh yeah, everybody loves the zombie shit.
I'm over it. But don't look back at that explosion.
New map. 6 new bases.
I like the music. Can you get DMCA'd on this?
Probably.
Welcome back to Trumbull Valley.
That game was released for kind of like to nothing, huh?
Well, just like
Greg was so
zombies,
excited
it
about
seems
that.
everything
It was just,
telling you,
but
game- I'm telling you.
I was, and I'm excited for State of Decay 3. But, like, for State of Decay 2, the problem was it was just State of Decay again.
Game Pass
there
is
was
one
no.
word now. I'm telling you, you're
Hello,
sleeping
I'm
on the
great.
headline
It's
story.
great to
Game
be
Pass
here.
is one word now.
Write it down, write it
Thanks,
down.
Gary.
That's the only thing we'll talk about on the XCast. One word.
You are indeed. So let's talk about the homecoming update. Obviously, we are coming back to Trumbull Valley. We were there for Heartland, the update back in 2019. Talk to me about
Fun
the
fact, there's a character with my
differences.
likeness in
Right here
State of
this
Decay
one.
too.
You're adorable.
He plays me.
So Heartland is the story mode within
Is
the
that
game,
true?
but it's a very linear,
true.
narrative-driven experience. You know, players couldn't move their communities
I don't
there.
believe you.
So
Wait,
that's
that
all
is true?
changed with the Trumbull Valley
Yeah.
map. It is the fifth
you're in the game?
open world map. It's
Yeah, they
fully
scanned my.
remastered,
This
and
is like
it
back in like
expands into 2 territories that were
2017.
completely
I forget. They
inaccessible
scanned
in
my
Heartland.
face because
So players
at
can
the
return to
time
Trumbull Valley with their
I
communities.
knew Rihanna,
start
who knew
new
somebody
communities
else
there,
who worked out in
and
the labs,
really start
and they're
exploring
like really good people.
everything that the new map has
I
to
can't
offer.
believe this ended
So
with
then
you
would
actually being
Homecoming
in
be
it.
a sequel
Yeah.
into Heartland?
Oh, wait, Blessing. You know what else you could call that
exactly
gun?
right. So
What's that?
Oh,
the
jeez.
events in
RPG.
Heartland,
Oh,
kind
that's
of play
Gary.
out. You see the
I love
happenings
Gary.
in
We
Trumbull
should have
Valley.
Gary
So we
come on
think
these
of it
streams
as
more
the
often.
third part of our Trumbull saga.
Making a
that
case.
began with the original State of Decay game, continued into Heartland, and now we see what has happened since then and what storylines might be coming to a close. So there is a lot for players to discover, a lot of environmental storytelling to find, and you know things have changed. So this isn't the
I
Trumbull
remember
Valley
playing the
that
first State of
players
Decay,
might
and
remember.
like,
So that's gonna be exciting.
I wanted to like
Well,
it. I
anytime
struggled.
you
I don't think
expand
it was the
something like Trumbull Valley,
problem
you
with the
just have
game.
to
It
have
just wasn't my
a
cup of tea. But I
juggernaut
remember
of content, pun intended.
I mean,
Talk
Trying to like
about
it.
what some
I
of those
adored
things
it.
are that players can get in on here now in the expanded.
I'll go in again
Trumbull
on the
Valley.
next
Yes,
one.
a
Hey, Game
ton
Pass,
of new
you know,
content.
I
In fact,
already
we're
own
doing
it.
something unique with the Trumbull Valley map. There are items there that you can only find on that map and nowhere else in the game, including 12 new hats and outfits, 10 new very cool weapons.
Gotta have
6
dope
new
hats when I'm
bases,
slaying
2
out
new
with
achievements for
zombies. Cool
achievement
beanies
hunters.
and stuff.
Hell yeah.
And on top
Brimless
of that, we're
hats.
adding
It's
the
a
game's
must-have.
12th bounty
Backwards
pack.
baseball
So
cap.
that
That's
what
will
I'm saying,
be
you gotta have
available,
that knit cap, right?
From the bounty
Otherwise-
broker across all
Literally,
maps.
the first thing
And
I did
have
in
to say, they
Aliens
are
was
some
buy
of
the
coolest
knit
weapons
cap,
I
the
have
beanie
ever
hat
seen
in
go
the
into the
store.
game. I'm so excited for people to find them.
Give me
A
a Borderlands
juggernaut
hat.
amount of content, and I don't care who
Yes,
sees that
I
second
love
pun
it.
of the day. That works out great. Well, let's talk about the State of Decay community because it's absolutely an integral part to this entire franchise. And State of Decay being on Xbox Game Pass, how has that impacted the community? How has that
Can
impacted the game?
nobody
Talk to
hold me
about it.
down?
It's been fantastic.
I feel like that
We
fucking.
have an amazing
I feel
community.
like that
We love
line
them
has
so
been
much.
sung and
In fact,
said
one of
in
the reasons we're doing
fucking
Trouble
90
Valley as a
songs in
map
the
is
last
because it
10
was
years.
one of the most requested features from the community, which also makes it very exciting for us to be able to say,
It wouldn't
"Ah,
shock
we
me
did
if
it,
that
you
song
get
was
it."
royalty free.
And
to
we
be
have a
honest.
major milestone that we're celebrating. State of Decay 2 has 10 million lifetime players.
Wow.
10 million lifetime hang your hat on that. I absolutely love that. That is
Really grateful.
Incredible, amazing news. Congratulations to you and the entire team at
Thank
Undead
you.
Labs, man. Fantastic work. Well, speaking of Xbox Game Pass, let's give me the deets one more time when it comes to the update.
So the update
The
releases
deets.
September 1st. It's a free update for all State of Decay 2 owners, and it's included with Xbox Game Pass. Happy homecoming.
I love it. Thank you, Wonder, very much.
My pleasure.
Now we
Woman's name
move
was
from Trouble
Wonder, that's
Valley
awesome.
to the Lost Valley of Akria.
Yeah, she had a cool
This
name.
mystical location trades zombies for ancient warrior clans, forgotten temples of long-dead god kings, and a healthy dose of hack and slash. All this awaits in Strayblade.
Stray
What's this? Stray Blade.
Oh, it looks like if Godfall took place on Earth.
What was that old school phone game we all used to play
Infinity
with?
Blade.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it looks like
yeah,
Infinity
this
Blade.
looks Infinity Blade type
I think it looks a
level.
little bit like Kingdoms
Oh,
of
Infinity
Amalur
Blade. Yeah,
Reckoning.
that's right. I remember Infinity Blade.
That reminds me of Dauntless.
That was like the big. That was the big. You know, you
discover
can
the
play
mystical
really
lost
good-looking
valley
games on
of Akria,
iPhone, like
a
demo
world
game,
which ranges
basically.
from overgrown temple ruins to frozen caves and winding canyons. A game world that changes based on your victories and plenty of dudes to stab in blade-to-blade combat. If that
Wonder if you
weren't
can play
enough,
as that little
you
rodent
even
character.
get a fuzzy little pal to help you out.
Mhm.
Between
Oh,
the
he's a
epic
fuzzy little
fights
pal.
and this small guy, there's
Yeah.
clearly a lot
Is it
going
like an
on
AI
here.
sidekick,
So
or can
let's
you
hear
be
more
him?
from Point Blank
her.
Games
Yeah.
about Strayblade.
It looks like this on the cover, but when you create it, it looks like shit, like a
Like Biomutant is right. What a moment that was.
Say, remember Biomutant?
I can't make my fucking guy look cool at all. It looks
Why
like an
does he look
idiot.
so bad?
That
It's
creature
right.
looks like a dumb
It's like what you ordered from
Yeah.
Wish versus what you actually got.
Like
Yeah.
The history of the Forgotten Valley, master the powers of the three.
Y'all ever
Decay
just think of the
methods to restore
Nemesis
balance
system and
to
how
the
great
small
that was? Like,
Yes.
shout out to the Nemesis system.
And they've not put it in anything else.
As well as
And then it was
the
never used again.
They
Combat and
patented that whole
exploration
thing
are
like
the
it was
two
going to be a
key
big
elements of our
deal.
game. Let's dive into the
So
combat
great.
first. Our combat system merges strategic anticipation of enemy attacks with split-second blade-to-blade reactions. It is
This also
the
looks like that
high-movement,
other
skill-based
game,
melee weapon combat.
Absolver. What was the
To
one with the
achieve that,
mask
we put our
where you were
hearts
running
into
around
it.
stabbing
Fluid,
people? Yeah, this looks
well-readable
exactly like
animations,
that
and epic
too.
cinematic finishes.
Is this?
Yeah,
I mean,
that was my
am I-
first thought when I
choose from
saw it.
multiple weapon
Again, I've never
categories
really played them,
that can be
so
combined to
again,
fit
I want
your
to wait out of my
playstyle.
depth here. But am I getting a Souls
Now,
vibe from
let's
this as
take a look
well?
at the exploration.
Everything's a Souls
Akria's
vibe now,
colorful
Gary. Everybody's
world
hopping on
has
that
city
wave.
rules,
Everybody, hey,
frozen
there's a
caves,
dodge,
and
there's a
winding
roll,
canyons.
there's a parry and a
Together with your
counter. Good for
companion,
you.
explore the deepest
Everybody
parts
does
and
that.
ever-changing
Tell
world,
Mike.
bristling with
Exactly.
adventure.
Everybody does
Every
that.
discovery
Often
holds
imitated,
treasure.
never duplicated.
Find
Yeah,
remedies,
exactly.
recipes, weapons,
Let's all
pieces,
remember
and
that.
beautiful
Never
places.
duplicated is right,
Change is
Andy.
part of your journey. where
Even
every
Mike
victory
with the
impacts
cynical
world
eye
around
roll.
you.
What is going
Oh,
on?
my-
Time keeps
I
moving
mean, I didn't
forward.
sign up for a
Enemies
mobile
can't
game
stay
here.
dead.
That's
New foes invade camps that you
I'll
weakened.
be honest with
And
y'all.
Emoji revives you.
Holy shit! When
Only
you've
one thing
lost
is certain.
Snowbike,
The change you brought.
I think you know. I
shapes
think
what
they can.
now
I think they
awaits you.
can and will finish strong
And
with
of
this. You know,
course,
they're saving
get
the
ready
best
for
shit for
epic boss
last.
fights.
I mean,
gonna be a-
you know, there's only one thing that's going to save this is Halo
hope you
release
enjoyed the
date.
first look
And
at
if we don't get a
Strayblade, which
release
will be
date,
out
there better
next
be a
year.
flight and it
Keep an
better
eye
be
on
next
social media
weekend.
channels
They
for
gotta
more
come up with something
information.
because you
Don't
know
forget,
I'm
there's
still
there's
really
a whole
hurting off
Forza
the.
Horizon 5 section that's coming through to save this whole thing.
I know, but what are they going
We've
to?
only
What are they
seen
going to?
20 minutes
What
of
can they?
Forza. That's like,
most unique
that's
I'll watch-
what
I'll
can they
watch
tell
30
you
more
about that
minutes.
that
You don't already know. They've said they're going to show you the car that's
As
going to be
in
on
my
the front of the
evil twin
box.
murdered four
I
of my
knew
husbands
all
because
about
they
that game
secretly
before I
ended
even
up
heard of
with
that
me.
game.
Unique.
You know, like they didn't need to announce
In
Forza
case
Horizon
that
5.
I'm
didn't
on
tell you,
Game.
we're
I'm on
talking
Game Pass.
about
My game
Crusader
doesn't even
Kings
come in a
3,
fucking
a
box. What do
medieval
I care
grand
what's on the front of
strategy
it?
and role-playing game. that has
exactly what's going to be on my
expansions in your
tile.
whole
Is
line.
right.
from those.
I just
that
want to
listen
point
to
out
your
everybody
kingdom.
who's like, oh man,
And
PS, I
evil
love you,
twins,
XO, XO's too negative. Get fucked.
It's coming in
Beat this show to
direct
death.
port, meaning that the UI and controls have been refined to bring that grand strategy experience to a controller.
All these
Not
X-bots
to
on this
mention
show.
bringing the
You
grand
kidding me?
strategy experience.
I mean,
to
I
my
understand why
comfy
they're all
living
so
room
cranky.
couch.
I tried to use my
We'll all
Xbox
be
last
ruling
night.
from
I
our
get accused of being an
drivers.
expert all the
Check
time,
out
but I don't like
Crusader
I
Kings 3
keep it
now.
real.
Techno, grab your
Xbox.
PlayStation controller, talk to me through it.
Yeah,
So let's walkie talkie each other really quick. Let me tell you some secrets.
Oh, that's
I
creepy.
booted up my Xbox every single day this last week to watch HBO
I'm
Max.
still bummed
It was a
about
great
that no co-op campaign. that launched.
HBO Max, you're the best.
HBO Max, you got that on your PlayStation? What are you doing?
Yo, Blessy, you should check out that Woodstock documentary that Nick recommended on Monday. It's actually pretty wild, bro.
Oh, it's some catapults there. Listen, whether you like whether you're on Team Catapult or Team Trebuchet,
Team Trebuchet all day.
This game is
Did
a
you
no
see
buy
they were in the
unless it has a
little
trebuchet.
they were in the little mouse wheel spinning that? I didn't know that's how they cranked the trebuchet back. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're learning about. Here's the thing: these games will teach you shit about history.
Your options are seduce or murder.
I mean, Tim, that's what it was like back then.
Hell yeah.
Murder.
That's how it was in medieval times.
Is played across generations.
I'll tell you what, I have never loved the look of tall, gigantic player on tiny minimap or tiny overworld.
Yeah, that's kind of what put
And
me
you
off.
didn't play enough.
Humankind does that, and it really put me off it. I was
You
going
didn't
to
play
check
enough
out
Smash
Humankind.
Brothers World Light.
I think I played it. I think I played just enough left, actually.
No, man. Aesthetic worked.
Crusader Kings 3 is wild. You really haven't lived until you've made an 8-year-old the King of England.
Well, it's nice to have hobbies. We've all gotten into some weird stuff this past year.
Weird like diving into people's brains and exploring their mental universes projected into a psychedelic 60s wonderland kind of weird?
Exactly that kind of weird, which means I
I
am
gotta say,
so
those
excited
little
for
squishy
Psychonauts
brain
to finally get
candies
a
that were in that
sequel. It's been
Psychonauts box they sent out, those were really good.
Those
I'm
really
gonna
is
go and get
something
more of
special
those.
about Psychonauts.
Those are really tasty.
Really
You try those
is
yet, Mike?
indeed. Now, think about
No,
this.
I haven't tried those
2005,
yet.
You gotta
Psychonauts
eat those little
originally
squishy
came out.
brain
What's the
candies.
difference
They're really
for
good.
gaming?
Squishy brain
Most of the
candies,
biggest
that's a
games
good
Mike,
like
do a live
Resident
taste test right now.
Evil 4,
Okay.
Battlefield 2, Call of Duty
telling you,
2.
they're good.
Gummy,
They were
what has
great
prevented
games,
Mike from
for
eating
sure.
these
But
things?
they were all big, beefy shooter games.
Howardness.
Meanwhile, Psychonauts had humor, whimsy.
What's the
and
special code to get
surprisingly
into
heartfelt
it,
moments.
Barrett?
It was an oasis
You gotta find
of
out,
color
Mikey.
and
You gotta
humanity.
find out.
In an
Oh, let
era
me guess,
when
is it
games were
Mind?
increasingly turning
Oh, you fucking
grimy,
nailed it.
Dark.
It's as if I watched an
some deceptively
unboxing
deep
by the
character
one, the
moments.
only
That's,
Barrett Courtney up right now.
I don't know if my eyes are going bad or whatever, but like
It
the free Game Pass codes they give you on the back of that you can only view with the goggles.
Enjoy
It's
this
really fucking hard to
long-awaited
read them
launch
even with the
trailer for
goggles.
Psychonauts.
Yeah, I needed like a bright light to be able to.
Yeah.
They do nothing.
Also, this game is radical. Go play it, jabronis. This game rocks.
Yeah, I gotta
I'll
play
tell you,
this.
this game is a blast.
Game of the year so far for me personally.
It's amazing.
Check it out. Code provided by Xbox.
Yes, exactly. Code provided by
When does this come out? Is it today?
Tonight.
Nice.
My name is Raz.
Yeah, I'll Game Pass the hell out of this.
I'm the new
Barrett, I'm collecting everything type stuff. That's how much fun I'm having. It's so great.
The Milkman as better than Ratchet, 100%.
Did you forget
Better than
what
Ratchet?
I taught you
Yes.
about levitation?
Way more
That's high
imaginative and
praise.
creative and original.
I'm not supposed to check It's really credibles, Andy.
Yeah. Music vibes.
Did what?
God, it's so dope. This is a fun game.
Just no.
Quit picking on the new kid.
Nolan Mack asked, when are we getting the review? You pretty much got the review on yesterday's Games Daily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll talk about it next week on the Kind of Funny X-Cast with Harris, Gary, Barrett, and myself. But, like, you got it on Games Daily. Barrett went off.
Hey, you guys convinced me to check this one out. I'm gonna watch. Somebody in chat said that IGN has a good recap, so I think I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah.
Pick it up this week.
Well, the game itself has a great like intro recap of the first game in Rhombus and Room that gives you all the updates. Yeah,
that's good.
Mike, tell me how it is. You got like the little brain juice in there. Tell me how it tastes.
There it is.
Cool. I love this. This looks
I'm telling you,
great.
they taste great. I'm a big fan of them. They're just chewy enough.
Leave it to me.
Verdict, Mike.
Terrific, Gary. This
Wow,
is one of the
right?
best gummies I've ever had.
I'm telling you, there's some good ass
This
gummies.
is a terrific ass gummy,
Yeah,
Bear.
I gotta figure out where they got them from so I can get like a whole size bag.
BonBonsSquish.com, Gary, is the company.
Okay, Bon Bon Squish. I'm going there after the show.
Bear.
Bon Bon Squish.
Hands down, one of the best gummies I've ever had.
I'm telling you, there's some
Claire,
good
I
ass
could not be
gummies.
more excited for Psychonauts 2 because
It's
I gotta
chef's
be honest,
kiss.
me in that original
Get
game,
some indica
we got
in those
some
and you
beef
fucking
that needs
nailed it.
settling.
Whoa,
If you know,
indica.
you know,
Gary, you know what I
each
mean?
surface level is
Yeah.
infamous. It is
Indica
so
Jones.
difficult to say the least. It's the final level of the original game that came out, and I cannot believe I'm doing the math on this one. 16 years ago, Tim Schafer and Lizette Teatree Montgomery. I am definitely dating myself.
Oh, there's
but
the man.
You all welcome from Double Fine Productions. Thank you so much for being here. Tim, can you believe it has been 16 years? I almost said 19 years.
Yeah, it feels like only yesterday, but it kind of was for Raz because the story picks up right where the first game left off. And even though it has been a lot of years, it's a game that matters a lot to us. We really love it here at Double Fine, and we know that a lot of fans, it meant a lot to them. And so we really want to be true to the spirit of the first game.
DJ Kento in chat says,
we were
I
able
think
to do
Tim is the
because
cool
we
uncle to
brought
all
back a lot of
gamers.
the same
And I read
voice
that thinking
actors,
he meant Tim
and we
Geddes,
also
and then I
have a lot of
realized
people
he
on the
meant
team
Tim
here
Schafer.
that worked on the
I
first
mean, he
game.
really
But
is
also
turning into like
working on
the
a bunch
Santa
of new
Claus
people
of the
like Lizette.
gaming industry.
Thank you. It was really important for us.
It's like this Tim Allen
carry
thing
the
that's
legacy
happening to him over
forward,
just like a
especially
shorter,
the cool
a longer
style
time
of
span.
Wonk that is
But he will
very
eventually
prevalent
just
in the
go
first
full
game.
Santa.
I can't wait to have barbecue in his
Like 10 years from now, you'll be interviewing Tim, but the only thing you'll say is, "Ooh, ooh,
Let's
ooh,"
roll it back
and then just
a
give
bit.
you another
Of
fucking
course,
awesome
this can be
game.
a kind of a
Are
trippy
you
idea if you're not familiar. Psychonauts, they still jump into people's minds, I'm assuming, like the first game, right? So if a Psychonaut sort of dove into my brain, it would be like a lot of Ted Lasso quotes and French Bulldog memes. Am I correct, Tim?
Yeah, that's what's fun about a Psychonauts game is that all the levels are different, just like every person is different, based on their personality. If you could jump into someone's mind, what would it look like in there? What would be the color of the sky, and like who would the monsters be? And in Psychonauts, you get to do that because Raz has the power of astral projection. And when he goes in, he gets to fight those monsters and help people deal with their nightmares and wrestle with their inner demons. And so there's a ton of variety, and there's a lot of anything goes. We can go to any location, we can have any art style, and coming up with new levels for the second game was really fun to do.
Well, I loved it from the first game, certainly. Lizette, let's talk to a little bit about how that kind of concept expresses itself in the game world. I mean, Psychonauts 2 has got it all over the place, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was really important for us to carry forward the unique brain worlds and unique levels from the first game and the unique style as well. So we were really focused on how we could bring forward that style in Wonk and also bring in new levels and enemies.
Now, of course, it wouldn't be Psychonauts without new mental demons, and I'm sure it's happening in Psychonauts 2. What does this mean? Does it mean basically is that we're finally able to slap COVID anxiety in the face?
Well, I don't know if you get to slap anxiety in your face, but you definitely get to slap some panic attacks, and COVID definitely caused a lot of those. In addition to panic attacks, some of our old enemies have also come back. Our sensors are our favorites, and they're definitely here. And in addition to that, we also have our
There's
doubts.
some dope new enemy types
and
in
some
this
new
too.
enemies. There's our lovely sensor. Also, some regrets.
Yes.
Some flying regrets. There are a ranged enemy, and they definitely are challenging. Our doubts are our slow, sticky melee enemy. You're also seeing our enabler here. It energizes our whole combat troop. So we have a whole cast.
What a great
that you
story
can
that the game's
battle and
actually
fight
good.
with.
I know.
I know.
Was that ever really in
Including
doubt, though?
the bad mood.
Yeah.
Which is
Yes, it was
electric storm of
gestating a long
feelings that you
time.
have to fight.
Now, for those who haven't played
I
the
know.
original,
Only a fool
available
would
now
bet
on
against Tim
Xbox
Schafer.
Game Pass, by the way. Wink. Tim, why is Raz so good at rummaging through brains?
Raz is, he has some very special skills. He has two whole sets of skills, one being the acrobatic skills he learned growing up in the circus. He can balance on tightropes, jump on trampolines, swing on trapezes, and that helps him navigate and get around to all kinds of interesting places. But he also has this other side to his personality, which is that he's a powerful psychic. So he can levitate objects, he can use telekinesis and pyrokinesis.
If we were to take all
He
this
has,
out of
these powers,
context,
which people might
it
recognize
sounds like
from
the
first
ramblings
game,
of a
as well
madman.
as 3D powers for the second game. He has
It's like, oh yeah, he
the ability
came
to
from the
mentally
circus,
connect
and so he's very
thoughts
acrobatic,
together,
but then
and, he
also
can connect two thoughts.
I mean,
He
even
jump
in
into your mind.
context, when you're playing it, you're
to
like,
solve
yeah, this
puzzles
came
and to
from the mind of a
navigate in this
madman.
game.
But like,
he has the power of time bubble,
ingenious
which is
madman,
just
you know?
change and slow down how things are moving by changing people's perception of time. And he also
What
has the power
color
of
did you make
projection,
your
which allows him to
levitation
pull an
ball?
archetype, a personality, out of his unconscious mind and bring it into
green, my favorite
the
color.
world that he's
Okay.
in.
I went with
like a
blue.
companion
I like
in
green a lot, but I
battle
went with
or
blue
in
this
puzzle
time
solving.
around.
But let's
After
talk about the
the
story
preview.
for a
You know
second,
that you
because
can,
as the original
equip
Psychonauts, we saw
multiple
Raz
pins and
training
combine
to be
colors.
part of an organization, and now perhaps he's part of a whole organization at this
Ooh,
point. And
okay.
are there other brain
Little
agents,
purple,
other
make it a little
Psychonauts out there
yellow.
that maybe grew up in a completely different circus?
Yeah, we have a lot of new characters in this game.
We do. We have a lot of new characters in this game. As soon as Raz arrives on the headquarters, he immediately gets introduced to the interns. And the interns quickly tell him and show him how he fits into the organization.
The bottom.
They're right down at the bottom.
Yeah, so earn his way back to the top again. He's no longer the coolest kid in summer camp. And much to his chagrin, his entire family, his entire embarrassing circus clothes wearing family comes to visit him in front of all his new friends. And so the interns find out that he's the awkward middle child of a circus family. Each one of them has their own quirks and foibles, and some of them are even psychic. And so a lot of their story gets told in this game, including their backstory and how it relates to the foundation of the Psychonauts themselves.
Well, I like that. And of course, as you might know already, I'm sold. But you, of course, already knew that. When can myself and the rest of the world exact some beefy, meaty revenge?
You can get back to the beef and play Psychonauts 2 on August 25th on Xbox Game Pass and PC.
There it is. Lizette, Tim from Double Fine, thank you so much. And you know what? Extend a huge congratulations to everyone at Double Fine on the launch of Psychonauts 2.
Thank you so much. We're very excited.
Thank you.
And you can catch more of Tim Schafer and ask him those burning questions about the newest game in the fan favorite franchise in our Xbox Play stream tomorrow. But first, we're going from cleaning out mental cobwebs to
someone just
cleaning up
posted the link
alien
to the brain
planets in
candies.
this supremely
$6.50
satisfying
for a
4K 60
for a bag.
for
a small bag. The medium bag's already sold out though. Fuck.
Very nice.
Get as many small bags as you can, Gary.
120 gram small bag. I'll
Yeah,
take
we
it.
need a big bag. The gunk is
I want the
back.
half a kilo of these.
Yeah, I want that. I want a key. Get a key.
I'll take it. I'm just gonna buy a bunch of the small bags.
This is one that's on Imran Khan's fantasy draft for Gamescom.
Really?
Yeah, I forget what the
choice.
is
literally a
The
paradise.
gunk.
What is
She's
this
got to
one?
save the planet by sucking up all the gunk, Greg. Gunk.
I think this was supposed to be like a roguelike type game, almost like a Returnal.
Everything is a roguelike.
It's true. It's like Souls.
There's only 3 types of games: zombie apocalypse, Souls, roguelike. That's it.
No, the
If you
retro
like other kinds of
platformer.
games, you're shit out of luck these days.
Bags. Oh, please, Bags.
And Moon.
The gunk.
Awkward end there.
We getting a date on this thing?
Absolutely not.
I guess not.
Ain't coming
And
this
the
year.
gunk
Sorry,
is gonna
Imran.
be out there gunking it up. Come on.
Game Pass.
We have talked
Michael
about
is always
so
on
many
board.
incredible games today, and it's hard to pick
Yeah,
a
I
favorite.
learned from you,
So
Greg.
Let me just
I
say,
can't,
it is
I
so
can't do
cool
the
that State of
keyboard
Decay 2 is
and stuff. I
expanding
gotta
from
Silly, every
Raleigh.
time I see
Come
Paris in that
on.
jacket,
And
I
hey,
just
you
wanna
know
play
what?
Breakout.
Great job on that flight sim interview.
Sure.
Oh, thank
I
you.
think that was the
George
winter
is
collection,
always a
actually,
blast,
Gary,
and
is where
it's
that
like
was
yeah?
from.
special
Yeah,
game
I've
to
seen
me
this
because
one
it
already.
is literally
I believe it
letting
was
me
the winter
travel the world.
collection.
I like it. I like the
I
colors.
was staring
Oh,
daggers
the
of
Xbox
jealousy
down the side.
watching you talk to Tim and
Looks like
Lizette
it's also got a
over
hood.
at Double Fine.
Well, I will say this. I understand, but you got to play Psychonauts 2 already, so I don't even want to hear it.
That's true, but it's not the same as talking to the creators. Just trust me when I tell you, be excited for Psychonauts 2.
I will say this
so
as well. I am excited to see
Yeah,
even
he's
more
a
of
pro.
Psychonauts 2 on our Xbox Plays streams.
He's gonna
Yes,
go on to do
don't
big
forget,
things.
Nope, he's
Xbox
gonna stay here
Plays
forever.
will recap all the week's news throughout the week at twitch.tv.
Well, why can't that be? Why can't he do
/Xbox.
big things at Kind
So
of Fun?
make sure to check that
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
Before
don't have the
Kate and I let
capabilities
Playground
for that,
Games take
Gary.
the
I don't know if
let
you've
me just
hung
say
out with
that
us
it has been
enough
our
to know that, but-
distinct pleasure to chat games and nerd out with everyone today.
Oh, it's hands down the best part of the job, for sure.
But we're far from done here.
Too true. Now,
Oh,
in
thank
June,
God.
Playground Games announced that Forza
It felt like when we
Horizon
were doing the
5,
Subathon Marathon stream and I gave
to
my speech at
2018's
2 a.m.
breakout hit
and we went till
open-world
8
driving game
a.m.
Forza
It's like,
Horizon.
great job, everybody. We did a
I've
breakdown.
never seen Mike so
Consoles,
low energy.
Xbox
It's
Game
killing me
Pass
to
for
see this. When
console,
Mike's
PC,
down, I'm
and cloud,
down.
And of course,
I'm like empathetic, emotional
And if
reaction.
you're watching our
I just
Xbox
need that Halo
YouTube channel,
serotonin.
switch
Forza
over to our
5,
Xbox
Super
They,
Dope.
they, can't, they,
I need
can't,
the
they
Halo.
can't
All
close
this
this out
new
without giving you
exclusive
something
Yeah.
on
and
Halo.
that is
I need Chief to come out, story
Twitch.tv/Xbox
trailer,
for the full vroom
flight
vroom
date,
experience. And
release
Take
date.
the helmet
Watching
off.
on
We
Twitch,
see his
one of
face.
the
It's
full
not like
channels.
whatever we thought.
Without further ado,
He looks like Steve
dive in,
Buscemi.
starting
Yes,
with
exactly.
the
Phil Spencer.
custom Forza Horizon
Oh,
5
shit.
controller, which is available for pre-order today. So players
Ooh,
can have
Forza
it
Horizon
in
controller,
hand
Gary.
by November 9th.
Ooh, okay.
You're making a collection. Get in there.
I'll add it to the collection, absolutely. You think they're going to show it? Oh, here it is.
It's gonna be Hot Wheels flame.
Give me something.
Watch
Give me
this.
something subtle and elegant and classy. I don't want it to be loud.
It's already super loud, Gary.
It's gonna be over the top.
Oh my God!
Could not possibly have been more over the fucking top than that.
Rage 2 controller.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Oh,
my
come
God.
on.
This is hot.
No.
Serotonin,
Oh,
baby.
it's transparent?
This is the best part of the showcase.
Look at that, you can see
Yes,
the
it is.
pistons fucking firing away.
Oh, it keeps
inside
getting
there.
better.
That's
No.
nasty.
No.
That see-through is hot, Gary.
That was disgusting.
Admit
I
it.
like
Is
the
that a Pop-Tart
see-through.
joint?
The Jackson Pollock vibe is not working for me.
Oh, that's so nice. I love it.
I mean, I'll add it to the collection because I gotta have the collection, but
I'm buying
that's
2 of
hot.
those, Gary. I'm
That's
buying
no. I mean,
awesome.
you won't.
That's a
you
great
won't
control.
lose it. I'll
That
give you
yellow
that.
right there, Andy, reminds me of the
Charlie
Mountain
here, and
Dew,
I'm at Playground Games with Forza Horizon creative
Yellow
director
Lightning or
Mike
whatever
Brown
that you
and
get at
Forza
Taco Bell.
Horizon
Sweet
art
Lightning,
director
that's
Don
Sweet Lightning.
Cossetta. Hello, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Hello.
How cool is this?
That is
I'm
stunning.
putting on the
Look at
Pantheon.
that.
I'm putting
Well,
that
we obviously
right
just saw a
above
really cool video
the
about
Duck
it,
Dynasty
and I'll be the
camo
first to
color
say
that
there's
they
an
put out.
amazing
Here,
art
Gary.
mix of
That
Mexican
is
cartoon
number
music,
one on the power
literally
rankings. That's
splayed
number
across
one.
the front, isn't that right?
That's number
Better than
one.
Electric
That
Vault,
feels
better
like
than Aqua, the Aqua crazy shit that's coming out.
That's
you know
the
what?
best one they've
Now,
made.
And there's so
oh,
much
come on.
we
It
do
looks
want
like
to show
the
the
Fisher
fans, and
Price
it's been quite difficult
Xbox
to decide
controller.
where
Are
to
you fucking
start. So
kidding
can
me?
you maybe tell
We
us
got to
a
go
bit more
back
about
to the
the game,
official
Mike?
rankings. We're going to have to talk about it.
Forza Horizon 5.
I'll
is bringing
revisit
the
those
Horizon
rankings with
Festivals
you
unique brand
anytime.
of fun and
Above
freedom
the
to
Duck
beautiful
Dynasty.
and vibrant
Disgusting.
Mexico.
He hates
Come
the
on.
Daystrike camo. I like
I
the
don't like
Daystrike
Daystrike.
camo.
No, it's not for me. I like
So
every other
trashy.
color, but not that one.
Of the world's most beautiful.
What's the Xbox Aqua
and
one
people
coming?
think that Mexico is just
It's
but there's
it's
so
at the end of
much
this
more
month.
to it,
It's
isn't
about a
there?
week away. I pre-ordered
right.
it.
Even though it does have
That's
pretty
the
awesome
one.
beaches
That's
and
going to be
a
the number
number of
one
amazing
controller on the
deserts.
rankings.
It also
Beautiful.
has vast canyons.
We need
We're gonna be
more-
ranking the dual
hidden
senses.
temples.
We need to
awesome,
do
beautiful historic
we need to
cities,
do
and even a
design lab
towering
with more
snow-capped
neon
volcano,
type
the highest
colors
point
like
we've ever
that.
had
Design
in
lab
Horizon.
colors are
So you talked
so
about how Forza
so
Horizon 5
plain.
showcases
Like the
powerful,
pink is just
all
not
new
hot
graphical
enough.
features,
The
but
blue,
what can you tell us about that?
the blue of the
So yeah,
controller
all
that
Mexican
Mike has
HDR
looks
sky
really nice,
captures
and that's
really
the
Okay,
only
someone
good
in
looking
the
color.
where you feel like
someone in the
you're
chat just
really
said it
there.
better than I ever
And
could.
thanks to the
That's a
Xbox
cool
Series
Mad
X
Catz
and S,
controller.
ray
That's the
tracing,
worst
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
burn
yeah,
I've seen in a
together.
long time.
And
Really
that
make our
person
Shout
for
out to
life.
Mad
True
At.
to
Get the
life.
fuck out
Shout
of
out
here.
to Mad
You'll
Catz.
encounter the smallest of
I'm with Gary
details
entirely.
as you
That
travel
shit
throughout
sucks.
the
And this
world,
Daystrike
all
camo,
rendered,
I'm seeing it
with
for the
striking
first
realism.
time.
Oh, that's such an exciting overview.
Finally,
Tim, the only
Forza
guy with
fans
any
have
fucking
definitely
taste
been
other
waiting
than
for
me.
the
We need the
most. What
neons.
exactly
No,
is
that's
that?
not hot. That's not
That's
hot.
right.
That's
We
not
are
a
about
hot
to reveal
pink.
the cover of Forza
No,
Horizon
that looks
5.
like a
And
nipple.
of course you got
Damn,
Barrett there with the
what?
fucking
It
Sour
is
Patch Kids
disturbing.
watermelon controller. Come on.
It's disturbing to see Andy and Barrett on camera together. They never do it. So when they do it, I'm like, oh, this feels unnatural.
That pink looks like a nipple. It just looks like it's not a good pink. We need fire.
Saying, y'all never owned
The new
the
Ford- we got the
purple
new Ford
see-through
Bronco.
N64 controller in the show.
Just show off the Warthog. That's what everybody wants. Just give us the Warthog. I love when they put that in there.
Are there any other Xbox game vehicles they can put in this game?
Warthog.
What do you got
They did that in the
What do you
last
got
one,
against
right?
nipples, Andy? I don't
It'd
want
be
my
kind of
controller
cool
to
if they
look like
put
a
the
nipple.
ghost in there, Bless. That would be cool.
You don't end up sucking on that, I understand.
Yeah.
It's music giving me Dominic Toretto vibes. Just saying, they already did it a couple Horizons ago.
Do it again.
Do it
Are
again.
they going to show off the title car, or
Now,
do they
those
show
are two
show it
very
off?
different ways to explore
Is that
Mexico.
what it
So
was?
what I want to know is why those two cars were chosen.
I like how
and what
Horizons
players can
ago
expect
sounds
when they
like
get
a
behind the wheel.
form of
Yeah, so
time.
those differences are exactly why we did it.
Eons ago,
Mercedes
Horizons
AMG
ago.
1
That
marks
was
the
it?
first
Oh, that
time
was
a
so
car features
lackluster.
Formula 1
Before the
hybrid
Great
technology,
Horizon War.
almost 1-to-1 from track to
At this point, Mike, there's nothing more. There's nothing more we can do at this point,
Badlands.
Mike, than just play the fucking
you know, that's
game.
primed
Like,
for
Yeah, I mean,
rugged
it's like
off-roading across
Deathloop.
Mexico's vast
I've seen
plains.
Deathloop
And I'm
70
certain people
times
can't
now.
wait to
Thank
see
you.
more
I
of these
love
cars
it.
to
It's
do
very
in the
cool.
game, so I
Just
don't
put the
think you should
game out and I'll
really
play
take
it.
any
That's
longer.
all that
Mike,
we're at
can you
now.
tell us about what
Jokes
was
aside, I will
Yes,
make the
so
prediction
in a few
because you know
moments'
how
time,
in
we'll
Forza
be kicking off
Horizon
a
they have
Forza
you race
Horizon
random
5 Let's Go
vehicles.
stream,
So
and everybody should
in
check
Forza
that out
Horizon 4, you
for
race
a
the
big deep dive
like one of
into
the
loads
flying
of content
things,
and
one of the
features
flying
in
vehicles in
Forza
Halo.
Horizon 5.
I'm gonna say
Before
that
we
in
have
Forza
8
Horizon
minutes
5,
of
you will
brand
race
new
a Sea of Thieves
gameplay
boat.
where we're going to see both the Mercedes AMG 1 and the 2020.
You're gonna race a Sea of Thieves ship.
Race
I don't
the
think
boat down the
mark my
coastline.
words.
Okay.
I don't think that's
too out of the question, Buzz, because there's those missions where you race like the big hover boat that kind of goes on the water and land.
Yeah, you race tons of shit in Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
When is this shipping? Do they have a date on this?
It's November 9th.
Area 7, baby. Where's
There's the
Tyrese
Bronco.
at?
They're gonna send the Bronco out of a plane, drop in. Forza Horizon Eliminator Battle Royale is back in Forza. Here we go,
God,
baby.
this is already game of the year. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Eternal.
Damn. like that.
Forza
Okay, yeah.
Horizon Eliminator was dope though. Play Eliminator, y'all. That was a dope
Player
one.
Unknown's Bronco Grounds. Look at this
Whoa. This
Dude.
volcano's gonna look so sick in HDR.
shit. Okay.
God damn, I want it. I want it
so bad.
That was dope.
Here we take control of the 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands, atop of the towering, snow-capped Grand Caldera volcano.
I got my wheel set up for
Oh, look at
this.
that-
I
look at
can't
that
wait
plane.
to whip it.
Yeah, I'm saying
That's
that should
my
be
top
someone
flight
playing
sim.
Flight Simulator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Flight Sim right there.
Uh-oh. We got bogeys.
Who's this jerk ass? Get out of here.
He's probably using that new Forza controller. Oh my
And,
god!
Do you think a Ford Bronco suspension could really handle that?
No. The whole
You'd be
thing would
surprised.
explode.
You would be surprised, Gary.
That music timing was impeccable.
Yeah. The music's gonna be bumping. I can't wait to hear all the DJs. And I can't wait to get to the Forza Festival.
radio
Yeah.
stations.
It's gonna be so great.
I can't wait to
music when they
grind.
play on stream.
Yeah, it's not allowed to play
offline
today.
and destroy Mike's drivatars. Like, just
Oh, man.
stupid ass drivatars. I'm gonna kill you, dude.
I need to make sure I have you guys added on Xbox. I want to race against your avatars.
I have a lot of friends over there. So
I barely have any friends on Xbox.
got a
Oh,
lot
come
of friends.
on.
Don't know if I have room for him.
Andy, be nice to your little brother. Add him on Xbox.
Here
what
goes
is
the
He wants
second
to
one.
play
What-
me.
What is this card?
What is this? What's going to drop out now?
This is the next cover car.
I'm good.
Oh, shit, what is that? It's an exotic.
Drop zone approaching. Lovely day for a drive.
God damn, this is hot.
Oh, look at the sandstorm in the distance
Oh.
too.
Oh my
So
god.
now we see the 2020
Mission
Dynamic
Impossible
weather,
tearing
y'all.
up asphalt towards
I can't wait to watch this again later. 4K.
Like, how can a
justice.
driving game give me goosebumps? It just does, though. Like, I'm a little too horny right here on stream. This is amazing. I want this so
Khalif,
bad.
you know you can always come in and talk some smack, Khalif. We've been killing it. We're chilling.
Oh, the controller, that plane's got the same colors as the controller.
Now, chat, what the heck car name is this? Give me the name. He just said
That's
it.
a Corvette, isn't it?
Diablo fucking Monosport.
It's a Corvette.
Corvette C9, C8. Okay. Haven't talked about Corvettes in a long time.
Oh, here we
Sure,
go.
you should really,
Here
really
we go.
take this thing off road.
Camo colors are terrible.
Oh, look at this.
Thank you, Ka. Thank you.
Oh, this reminds
Ka.
me of that day in San Francisco last
Oh,
year.
don't bring
This
that
looks
up,
like Gary.
Tahoe, right, Mike?
This is what it looks like at my house right now, Gary.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Your air quality is fucked up right now up
This is what
there.
it looks like at my house.
Mike, you buy that air purifier or what?
No, I'm just sucking it in right now. We had an air quality of 309. It was 381 last night.
Okay, what's dropping next? What is this?
Why did Gary say it like a diss? Like, oh, Mike, your air quality's shit right now.
Well, I mean, I feel bad for him because I know, and I know it's coming this way too. We're gonna get that shit as well. We're gonna have another orange day before the year's over. I guarantee
Thunder
it.
in the
Thunder
jungle.
in the jungle.
That's dope.
This is gorgeous.
Oh, these
Look at
guys are
that.
just easy. Just drop
Like
the
a
game.
Porsche 9. What is it?
Yeah,
911?
Porsche.
Like
Next
Jazz
up
and
is the
Transformers.
Porsche 911 Desert Flyer. crashing
Porsche
through
911. It
dense
has
jungle
69
streets.
written on the back. No, that's 65. Never mind.
See, look at you, blessed. Look, see, I see you.
Would have been way cooler.
You know what I'd
You
really
should
like
say
them to put in
69.
this game? Herbie.
Oh, that's a good
that'd be
crossover they
nice.
could do. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Love Bug. Get it in there.
I'm sorry. I totally made a real weird connection because Bless just said 69 on the back of the car, and that's what you said herpes. I was like, what?
I heard the same thing, and I wasn't going to comment on it, but I'm glad you heard it also.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I want Ace Ventura's car from Ace Ventura 1 in this, with a broken windshield and like he sticks his head out of the window. I need more pop culture references.
One of my favorite.
They could do all kinds of fun cars.
One of my favorite things they did in Forza Horizon 4 was one of the missions was basically a top 10 cars from, I forget if it's like movies or entertainment or video games, but you basically went through a bunch of different famous cars and you got to test drive them and time travel them.
What is that thing on the back of
Like
the
one of the cars is
windshield? Is that like a fan or a vent or something?
Fan for air quality. Air quality.
Oh, yeah.
it's filtration. filtering out all the
Is it
smog.
like an
It has
eclectic
motors
kind
in the back of the Porsche, isn't it? Don't you have the trunk in the front of these Porsches? Little car?
Isn't that like where they put the fuel when you get the airdrop in the Air Force? You know, the plane is winged up and that's where you put the jet fuel on?
Oh, that's the coolest
Yeah, I
thing.
think
Whenever
on
see
these
that
I think on these the engine's in back.
That's the coolest thing ever.
You're not gonna believe your eyes when you see this. Keep going.
Also, shout out to Kate for carrying Paris during this whole show.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she's been
Oh my
great.
God, right?
Yeah, that Paris is
Shoulders are sore.
back.
I love flamingos.
You could ride the flamingo.
Oh, that music though.
Oh, they're just bringing out all the cars. Okay.
Oh,
They're
we're
showing
about
us
to
every single vehicle. Oh my
About
God.
to get Baja blasted.
They're gonna bring out
They're
that.
all here.
Everyone is here. Exactly, Greg.
Oh, this thing is like coming in low. Look, it's gonna drop it right on the.
Oh, they're dragging it. They're dragging that tail.
Oh, what?
Drop the Ecto one.
It's like a top 10 character reveal right here.
That one would be nuts. That would be so good.
Honestly, can you imagine how hype it would be if they did this, but every time they dropped a car, it was like some sick ass like IP?
DeLorean. I mean, that's what they should be doing. They should make this the Fortnite of cars. Forza night.
I think driving and
I like
drum
that,
and
Gary.
bass songs just go together so well.
Totally. We all have to jump on this. We know this is true. Right?
Oh my god.
Oh, 1000%.
It's already going down.
Yeah.
We got
It's
it.
already going down.
Yeah, I'll play this.
This game they should
play
just
this
drop
online.
right now. They should be like, oh, you know what? We scratched the release date.
That's
It's
what
out
I'm
now.
saying.
There you
It's
go.
like, hell, it's out now.
Have
Game
fun.
Pass. It's already done. Like, it's already done. Look at it.
This is
Look at
about to be your Xbox 20th celebration because Halo is not going to hit the date that we want of November 15th. This is what we're going to celebrate Xbox 20 with.
Mike, if they were like, hey, let's put out a Twitch poll right now. Should we release right now? It's like 85% done. I'd be like, yes, yeah. Like I'm cool with that.
I mean,
There's
that's
some
most
areas
games
that aren't
anyway.
finished. Fuck it, I don't care.
Just straight up driving some polygons, unfinished polygons.
Pretty much every game ship 85% done these days.
True.
Damn. Gary calling it. I like it, Gary. Everything's a live service game now, Gary. It's live.
Right.
It's living. We evolve it over
Look at how fast
18
they're going.
months.
And then stop.
Speed.
Has anybody
13,
ever
just like
driven
Lightning McQueen. Tim and
There we go. There we go. Ciao, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever driven in a car this fast?
No, I would
Very
not.
low for that
My
plane to be
soul would leave my
flying.
body.
I drove in a Corvette one time because I worked at a car dealership and it went like 0 to 60 in 3 point something and it was fucking crazy. But that's like we never hit over 80.
I mean, like any car that
Okay,
Kevin
so
Coelho
no
drives
Halo.
is that fast.
No,
Oh, wait,
so-
are they done?
no. There's.
That's
There
just them
better be
saying
one
goodbye for
more.
Forza, right?
There better be one more.
I mean, it says thanks for watching.
I think it's
done.
fine.
No. Not even a goodbye. Not even a hey, come back tomorrow for all.
Where's the outro?
With a freaking
That
Halo
was, yeah,
shit.
that was.
Where's the outro?
Wow.
Jeff
Well,
Grubb
get all your-
confirms it's
It's like the
over.
end of
I
Halo
warned
2.
y'all.
I fucking warned y'all.
Get all your Halo from the last XCast. That's the way you got to do it.
That
Thank
didn't-
you, Khalif. Get all your Halo news on the Lex X cast. Was it positive? Of course it wasn't. It was real bad. Don't worry
That
about
stream didn't end. It just stopped.
it. Of course it was bad. Oh, we've only been waiting for Halo for 7 years now. We're gonna give you half a Halo. Don't worry about it.
What if they just came out and were like another flight coming out this weekend? Like, oh my god, just something like that would have been so cool, dude.
I mean, I think that's tomorrow, right?
It better be tomorrow. We're 2 months away, Tim, from November. We don't have a release date yet. The game is shipping out partially done. What is happening?
Well, let us know in the comments below what you think about this. We're about to record the Kind of Funny Xcast. That'll be all of our reactions to this event, this Xbox stream that just happened. Stay tuned for that. Until next time, love you all. Goodbye.
Do I gotta be on it?